So,
1673, you said?
no.
1637?
Yes. So,
Okay.
we're here in the year 1637 PD, and while time goes on, kingdoms rise and fall, people are born and they die. Society surges forward in fate never sleeps, as the threads of fate slowly ravel into the ties that bind. Our story begins on a vessel in the early morning, in the Cordelian expanse. Sea spray washing over the sides of the Argo while the crew bell rings. This ship's destination is the continent of Venera, home of 4 mighty nations. Geolentus, a nation that prides itself on its mastery of nature, air, and water, and its integration into all 3, as well as being one of the oldest kingdoms on the continent. The Ulthian Empire, a central nation that keeps the peace despite the diversity within it. It's prosperous, as well as it's the newest kingdom that sits on this landmass. The Burnham Empire, the Burnham Kingdom, a dwarven kingdom of industrial might, with some of the world's most advanced forges and the craftsmen skilled to work them. And finally, the Ghelfi Empire, brimming on tech with the prospect. It sits in the middle of untamed frontier, and it's one of the other newer rises to power over the ruins of the Araline Kingdom. However, despite its age, Venera still has much to discover and may hold answers to adventurers who seek them. Bringing our focus back onto the vessel, though. The sun is just washing over the sails of the Argo as one such adventurer seems to be sleeping. A mess of blankets and what looks to be bedhead. Actually, covered in bedhead. Jaeger, if you would describe yourself, please.
Alright.
Just a description.
I am Eldrim Ocelot Tabaxi. He's mostly black, but with more white, kind of silver-looking spots and parts. The black fades away to a darker brown. He's just a bit darker than most, what you'd consider a normal ocelot color. And he's wearing his specialized boots, which don't cover the paws. They wrap around his ankle. They're good for jumping, and kind of a more loose-fitting clothing. And his eyes are actually pretty noticeable when you're closer to him. They're green, but if you look closer, it has amber around the pupil. So, he's there, he's young, he's about 5'9", and looking really, really tired of being on the deck of a ship.
Okay.
Alright.
There you are. Laying in bed. You're in a bunk room, actually. You seem to have a companion, though. Do you know where he is? Unless, your companion's already up and about already. What would you say?
I can't even figure out if I'm alive yet. I'm too tired.
What would you say, Commune? Where are you at right now? It's early morning.
The dwarf is already up and about and on deck, inspecting the waters with a certain amount of distrust.
Okay. Why don't you...
Would you want to?
Yeah, just give a physical description.
Okay. So, this is a written bit, so I apologise for the generality of it. What an onlooker would notice first about this ancient dwarf is the braided lengths of his silver hair and beard, kept in place by heavily detailed steel circlets. Piercing blue eyes gaze out from the age-sunken sockets of this grizzled dwarf veteran, accented with 3 metal studs drilled into his right brow, pinning the expression in a permanent furrow. What parts of his skin that are visible is covered in scars, snaking across his face and body in a web of past injuries. He stands at 4'3", with his stocky form clad in travelling clothes, beneath which a set of chainmail distorts the cloth, ending in a set of metal gauntlets with a small silver hammer swinging from the wrist strap of his right hand. A large ornate warhammer is strung tightly to his right hip, his hand constantly drifting to its head in moments of quiet, moving over the metal in familiar patterns. His shield is strapped to the back of his pack, which has a crest emblazoned upon its face, a deep red-grey vertical split with 3 black diamonds in a diagonal line, crossing through the center with small flares and runes decorating the edges of the diamond and the border of the shield. As he grumbles into his beard, those of keen hearing would pick up the various oaths and musings in his deep voice, betraying that what could have once been a booming, commanding call, now tempered and worn rough with age.
Okay. And you are now on the. You are now on the deck of the Argo.
He'd be on the side, looking at the water.
Okay. And as you're kind of just hanging out here, let's see who else could potentially be awake right now. Zern, do you think you'd be awake right now, or what do you think you'd be doing?
There we go. I would really just be idling by, just watching the ocean.
Oh, okay. So you're up as well. You're another early riser. Okay. Why don't you tell us what you look like?
Sure. So, you see there a 6'7" red orangish dragonborn with rope-like hair down to his shoulders, covered in scales, and he has 2 backwards-facing horns on the top sides of his head. He wears some chainmail, and it's topped off with a blue shirt and some pants. He's pretty casual with the clothing, but to his back is strapped a polearm type of weapon, and on his hip is a type of bladed longsword.
Okay. And you're just up. You're just looking at the ocean as well.
Never really took that close of a look into such a wide, vast body of water.
Oh, yeah, it's very vast. What about your friend? You had a bunkmate too. Is your bunkmate
Knowing her, she's probably up, but he's probably keeping in his room.
Okay. So he's just chilling in your bunk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Let's shift focus a bit. Eerie, who do you think would your character be up right now, or would you be just napping in the morning?
Napping in the morning.
Napping in the morning. Okay. Let's shift over here. As we look at this, why don't you describe yourself for us, please? As you're kind of just in bed, just snoring away, sleeping in.
Alrighty. He is a 5'8" human male with tan skin and silvery to white hair. His eyes are an odd color of cyan blue, and his build is slender with defining muscle. His attire consists of knee-high black boots with a bit of a heel, along with tight-fitted gray pants and a loose, long-sleeved white top. He also has a fitted corset over his top to accent his torso.
Okay.
He carries a side bag along with a rapier attached to his hip, but it's currently on the side of his bed as he's passed out.
Okay.
As a person, he tends to be neutral with everybody, so doesn't know everybody. Just hanging out.
Yeah. You'll get to know everybody soon enough.
Yep, for sure.
All right. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We got 2 more potential sleepyheads right now. One of them looks to be a mess of black bedhead, potentially, or messy pink, maybe? Who wants to go first? Morinor or Bree?
I would probably already up.
You're already up? Where would you be?
Probably, yeah. Standing at the bow of the ship, looking over the ocean,
Okay.
smiling.
Why don't you describe yourself for us? As I zoom out
He's
here.
young male in his mid-20s, red skin, a slight tint of orange. The hair is black and braided into 2 very long pigtails that reach about a little bit over the knee. He has pretty large horns that curve behind the head and then back up, and pale white eyes with no pupils. He's wearing relatively simple but sturdy looking stuff, like a little bit of leather on there. It's looking a little bit rough and a little bit tattered. And he, on his back, there's a backpack and a violin.
Okay. All right. And finally, Bree, if you would describe yourself, maybe are you awake? Are you still sleeping? What are you doing?
I think I would be awake and I would be looking out on the dock.
Looking out on the what?
I'm up and I'm looking out in the ocean.
Okay. Let me move you up here. Maybe you two are hanging out, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you
She
describe
would be
yourself?
close to you. As it's happening, right next to is Niffer? I can't pronounce it right, sorry.
Nurofen.
Hey, Nurofen. Right next to Nurofen
Okay.
is a somewhat kind of bouncy fawn woman. And she's looking out of the ocean. Her very light pink hair is blowing in the wind. Flowers unmoving, kind of like stuck in her hair, almost like what you would essentially call a modern day flower crown. Her spotted, she has a very light tan and speckled fur, from what you can see. She's wearing not really tattered clothes, but they look like that they have been kind of dirtied up by some dirt. They haven't been washed in a while. These are what some would call commoner's clothing. However, she has kind of a cape, like a cape or a robe over her shoulders, and they have a symbol shining brightly on the back of it. It's I can't really describe the symbol too well. It's like a circle with a star in the middle of it. And she looks like she's been wide awake for a couple of days. Her curious green eyes are scanning throughout the water.
Okay. So.
Oh,
we
and
have-
she's 5'3".
Okay. So Aaron on the short side. All right. So it's the morning. You know, those who are awake, those who are still in bed. You know, the crew bell has been going off, and you know, a few sailors are starting to come out from on the bottom, and you know, the officers are coming out from their shelters on the underneath the bow, as a figure kind of. You see a black and white banded Naga as he's kind of slithering his way up, and you know, he's ordering the other crew members to, you know, pull the sails and, you know, get everything ready. You know, you guys had for the past, I would say, let's see, I'd say for the past week since you departed, it started out a little bit nice, but everybody was kind of getting their sea legs. So you guys were mostly indoors, and then by the time everybody got accustomed to it, like, it started raining. And this is probably the first nice day after about a week of just sailing out on the ocean that you guys have been able to actually get up and get out. But the captain's kind of making his rounds, and he's ordering people, and he makes his way up onto the bow, and he's looking out over it, and, you know, the ocean with you and Nerf, and, you know, so, you enjoying the voyage so far?
Yes.
Oh,
It's been
yes,
quite
Wait, who's he
of
talking
course.
to?
Nerf
Yeah, wait,
and
are they talking?
Rhea. Yeah, he's talking to you two up on the
Okay.
bow.
Yes, quite of course. Rhea's kind of like, looks like she's kind of like bouncing a little in her in place.
Oh, well, sorry for the early morning wake up, but, you know, after a storm, we kind of want to make our own headway, to make up for lost time. So, within the hour, our cook should have breakfast ready for the crew as well as the rest of the passengers, including you two as well. I will make my rounds to the others and, you know, get formalities out of the way, as we've kind of just been rushing, but we thank you for booking your travels with us. And he kind of bows and
Absolutely.
Of course.
he slithers back down.
Nerfin. Bria kind of like nudges.
Yes.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Pardon me. Hear what?
Food's being prepped right now.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's a
Oh, I was gonna say.
couple of days.
Yeah.
Is my mic cutting out?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, give me some.
Yeah, disconnect, reconnect. I am going to do that real quick. There we go.
If anybody's
That
got
better?
their character description written down, if they wouldn't mind sending it to me. If not, then don't worry.
Yeah, can we share that with each other somewhere?
Okay.
Put it in the D&D campaign so you guys can, as you guys were filling it out.
Okay.
The captain approaches Garrick and sir,
Captain!
I just wanted to personally thank you for booking with us on such short notice. I'm so sorry for the informalities. My name is Captain Pavlos Gabris. I would like to welcome you aboard the Argo. We are going to be prepping breakfast soon, and you are more than welcome to join us. We have coffee, eggs, everything for a hearty meal on the sea.
Oh, it's been a while since I've managed to get out of my room. How far are we away from port, do you reckon?
Well,
As he gazes out over the sea with a suspicious eye.
let's see. We departed April 7th. It's been about a week. From the Adamantine Belt to Inira would be roughly 3 months. And then just a few days up the main river up to the capital. Because that's our destination. Normally we would stop.
Aye.
We would normally stop in Reyes. However, the past few years their ports have been closed, which a little bit of an inconvenience, but we work around it. That's why we have a little bit extra prepared in terms of food stores and such.
Aye, it's good to know a captain that knows his stuff.
Thank
Doesn't just leave it to his men.
No. I am very hands-on. This is my ship. I bought her with my own money.
Well, I'll go and see my my friend up, and Gary's going to head into the cabins
Okay.
to go and find Eldrin.
So you're gonna, and then you're gonna warp over here. So I'm just gonna uncover this so you guys can see it. But there's a whole hallway here. And that goes up to a door. That goes down to another hallway. And you are now at the door to your room, Garrick.
Oh, Gary's going to hammer on the door. Eldrin!
You hear like a thumping and
Let's
stumbling
zoom in.
in the room as I leap from my bed. What? What is up? Are we sinking? What?
Not quite. Breakfast.
Oh my!
He's going to announce loudly.
There's a pause in the room as he thinks the world's ending, but it's just breakfast. You could have just okay. I'll be out. I hear shuffling in the room. Okay.
At this point, the smell of breakfast does start filling the lower cabins. Eldrim, you're starting to smell it. Garrick, it's starting to hit you. That crispy, that freshly sizzling bacon, some eggs. I don't know if it's enough to wake up our sleeping in human, but could it be? Or are you
Nope.
still? Nope, you're still passed out.
Sleeps like a log.
All right. Yeah, you've just been.
He would have been awake, and yeah, he probably would start smelling it.
Okay, so your companion, Zern, starts smelling it.
Mhm.
Okay. As and Garrick, as you're kind of like banging on the door, and let me get the description here. You hear a door opening on your right, right next to your room, actually, as a darkish purple tiefling, about 5'7", bit on the lean side, with gray traveling pants and a green shirt. Just like a knife kind of strapped to the hip. You know, more of a utility thing, not less a combative thing. Kind of rubbing his eyes and just, you know, waking up and just, breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
Oh, sorry, that's a steel trap voice.
break them habits. Doing it. We here. Right. I'm gonna finish getting dressed, and then he goes back in and kind of shuts the door. At this point, you know, they're ringing the bell again, but this time it's for breakfast, as you know the rest of the passengers are actually up and awake at this point, and everybody's kind of filing down into the galley, which is, hang on a minute, oh no, didn't want to do that, which is down this way. I don't know if you guys are going to start making your way down there.
If you're trying to show a map, I don't think we can see it.
On the stream, it's showing for me.
Yeah.
It does have a slight delay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can do this, however, if you guys want to, let me go into...
Wait a minute.
Lyricer.
Oh my god. Hold up. I had the I had the past video playing.
Oh.
I'm like, why don't I see anything? Amazing.
Oh, incredible.
It's fine. You'll see the ship. You'll see it eventually.
It's all coming together now. Okay. It's all good.
All right. So, yeah, at this point, breakfast is starting to get made, as or is in the process of being made. It's you smell the bacon and the eggs, and you know some of the pancakes and waffles that the ship's chef is cooking.
Are
up.
there pastries?
There might be.
Garrick's going
Are
to be
there
already
pastries?
making his way to the mess.
Yes, okay. So,
Question.
yes,
You get there early to breakfast, you get to decide your portions.
This is very true. Very true.
Are there pastries? Are there like muffins there?
There's like breakfast croissants, you know, for like breakfast sandwichy kind of things.
Okay. Depending on
maybe
how
like
quickly-
muffins. Like breakfasty muffins.
Assuming as Rui is poking Nisrin along, she's going to see this and immediately get in line. Depending on how this function works.
So Garrick's
And
in
she's
here.
going to try to dock
And
up on that.
have so Nerfin, you're dragging Nerfin along. Let me. Why is he not getting dragged along? Oh, he got dragged
I
along
don't
too
know.
much. He got dragged along too much.
Oh no.
And Rhea.
Is that in the ocean?
So these two are here. Is anybody else probably gonna be here?
Eldrim's gonna arrive shortly.
Eldrim's gonna arrive shortly. Okay.
I hear all this raving about breakfast being served, and I finally kind of like snap out of staring into the vast ocean and start walking towards the cabin area.
Okay. So you make it down. For those of you, Garrick and Rhea and Nerfin, and soon Eldrim, as you're making your way into the galley, this was a converted, like a converted meeting room for a set of officers for this ship. It is a very spacious, with like 3 tables, well actually technically 4 tables, and an open kitchen, as a male half-elf is kind of cooking away, and he sees others and he's like, oh yes, be with you in a second. I'm whipping up breakfast right now. He's fairly handsome. He's dressed in his sailor attire. He kind of looks like a young, let me see if I got it, looks like a young Hugh Grant. Kind of looks like this. So I'll put this here. There. Let me get a little picture action there. Boom. Looks like a young Hugh Grant, but he's got his hair's a little bit long and he's got it tied up behind
He's
him.
hideous.
And,
Doesn't have a beard.
but he's cooking over the oven, and he's getting some pastries ready out of the stone oven that they had built into the ship, and he has a small table off to the side, and as he's cooking and getting stuff ready, he's just putting it on the table. He's got like pancakes, waffles, scrambled eggs, bacon. He's got some sausage. They got they got some water from the food reserves. They even got some juices out as well. So you guys can take your pick as he's kind of prepping everything, and he's waving you all in. He's there's these platters of food. So just take a
Garrick's
plate.
just helping himself to large amounts of bread, butter, and bacon.
Heck yeah.
Ria's going to kind of get crafty, and she's going to have 2 pancakes, take like 2 muffins to make ears, and just like make a little smiley face on her face.
It's very cute.
And it's just going to make herself giggle.
It's very
And
cute.
then she gives Nerfin 1 muffin, whether he asked for it or not.
Thank you.
Eldrin's eyes dilate as he walks into this room just full of aroma. And he is ready. Gets some
Garrick's-
eggs, gets bacon.
Garrick's going to let out a belch and gesture at the half-elf and go, beer!
Hell, why not? It's a nice day. And he snaps his fingers as one of the crewmen who had already eaten, stands up at attention, and he waves his fingers, and he's like, "You heard the man." Chop, and the sailor rushes off to the food reserves and gets some alcohol for you, gets some breakfast beer, and he returns. He has a clean pint glass. He's got it fully frothed. He even has like a small cask with him. He sets it down, and he's just on the table, and he's just refills are up there. And then a few of the other sailors come up and get themselves some beer too, and before heading back
Excellent.
upstairs.
And Garrick puts down 3 silvers and just starts quaffing.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, eventually, Luca wakes up.
Okay.
His arm's off the bed.
Okay.
He's groaning because he's seasick, slightly. So he gets dressed, and he smells the food in the air. So he makes his way to the kitchen, kind of slow, taking his time.
Yeah, you're shaking it off.
Yep.
You're smelling that food, and it's not thundering and raining outside. You're kind of just still kind of soaking it in, but it's
Yep.
it's oh man,
Kind of wondering where I am.
I smell breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So you meander here. Jin, your friend, catches up with you and is just, I heard they were serving breakfast. Shall we? He kind of.
Yes, I actually came to try to get you out of your room, but everything seems to be good. So, yeah, let's go. It smells great.
Yeah, no. Our neighbors let us know that they were cooking, and as well as the fact that I could smell it. So, well.
Yeah, I guess that would be a thing, huh?
Yeah, that in the bell. He's kind of rubbing his eyes. He's one of those ones that works late into the night, but he's just I'm here.
Mhm.
Grabs a plate with you and goes and sits down at one of the tables.
I sit right along the other side of him.
So at this point, everybody's in. You guys are just enjoying breakfast. It's
Ria
pretty.
uses pretty much most of the syrup, if I might add.
They actually have to
Even on her
stop you.
muffin.
They actually have to stop you, Miss.
Aw.
We kind of need that for the rest of the. We have 3 months, Miss. 3 months. Please make it last, for all of our sakes.
I am making it last. I put it on my muffin, so it would taste good. As
Alright.
she just
Oh, you go first.
Oh, she just kind of gently sets it down and does that thing where it like tries to settle on the bottom because like she used so much of it, and like her pancakes are like floating.
Oh god.
They're kind of like looking at it, kind of deciding whether they want to like wait for you to finish and then pour the rest back in. But some of them are just like, eh. Don't have to worry about
It's
Now, what's
gone.
left for breakfast?
I mean, they're still baking. I mean, the chef is still cooking, and he welcomes you in. He's just like, ah, good morning.
Morning. I'll just take a croissant.
Ah, fine.
He's like still groggy.
Good.
Hair's kind of messy.
He gives you the cook gives you like an extra one. He's like, just stay off the liquor at least for the next. Well, make it last because we got another 3-ish months out here on sea. Don't want to burn yourself out too much with.
He lets out a groan and then makes his way to the table, the free seat between everybody.
Okay. So, at this point, you guys are all, eating and happy, and you guys see Rhea like they're like as the sailors are trying to like plead with her not to eat so much of the maple syrup for breakfast as they want some too.
What? Oh, sorry. And she puts it back. Like she just kind of pushes it away.
They take it.
Sorry.
But eventually, after you guys come to eat, the rest of the rest of the crew that's left in there, they help clean up plates and they set them for the chef to start cooking, cleaning them, and a few stay behind. But otherwise, the rest of the day is yours. They did say that for lunch and dinner, they're going to be doing some fresh catches, as this ship actually has a fishing arm, and they're gonna get some fresh lunch and dinner for everybody.
Ooh,
Yeah.
can't go wrong with fish.
Nope. So rest of the day is yours, unless you kind of want to just chill until lunchtime.
Garrick's gonna slam down his pint. Not enough to break it, obviously. Let out another hearty belch as he's finished his mountain of food and say, "Compliments to the chef."
Eldrim just stops, like mid lifting a book, and looks at that pint just already gone. Why do you drink that? I don't understand. It tastes like piss water. There's much better things to.
Excuse me.
Well, that back at the inn, that was awful. It was terrible.
It's better than drinking water.
I beg to differ. Takes another bite. He's amused, you can tell, but he's also confused.
After he finishes cleaning up, the chef kind of takes another croissant over to Luca, and he's like, "Here." And he pats you on the arm and walks off.
He like sits up more, realizes he's quite an attractive half-elf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Raises an eyebrow.
But
Thank you.
you're welcome.
And
Everybody
he
else got
goes back to being hunched over and picking at his other croissant that he didn't finish yet.
Before Eldrim's finished with his breakfast, or if he's finished his breakfast, Garrick's going to turn to him like, "Right, combat practice."
What? Wait.
And you're going to grab him by the ear and start dragging.
Ow! What the? Can you chill? Do you have any chill?
I'm perfectly calm.
That's concerning.
It's the best time to do it after food. It's when you're at your most sluggish.
That is worst. Okay, I'll be ready. God.
Where are you guys gonna go?
Eldrim just doesn't know.
Just going to go to the open deck, out of the way of the sailors.
Okay. Take him up the top side.
If anyone wants to join or watch, you're welcome to.
I look over, just, You know what?
Thanks for the offer.
That does give me an idea, though. Reminds me to do
I
something.
think I'm okay. Rhea has a mouthful of food.
All right.
Why not? Lucas shoves the other croissant in like his pocket and grabs the one he's eating. Makes his way to the top of the ship.
Croissant pocket.
I look over at my my tiefling friend, like, hey, the room is yours for a bit. I'm gonna be going up topside and sharpening up my weapon. It's been a minute. I don't want it to get rusty.
Hey, just knock whenever you come in, and
Of, c-
I'll be working.
of course. I know your rules. He gets up, dusts himself off from the food, looks over at the chef. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Anytime. See you here for lunch.
He nods, gives a little hand wave, and starts walking up topside.
All right.
Are there barrels on top, like the top of the ship?
Yes. So these things that look like olives, right here, with the lighter
Yeah.
outer and then the darker inner, those are barrels,
Okay.
and then
Well,
square boxes.
Luca's gonna go sit on one to watch.
Okay.
All right.
Norfin has eaten about 2/3 of the muffin, like very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Eldrum is longing
Never
for
know
that
that-
last bit of croissant.
Rhea looks over and she asks, "Are you all right?"
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Okie dokie. She kind of like swings her a little. She looks over. Kind of want to watch them fight.
Go for it. It's probably gonna get boring over time here. We still get a long journey.
You want to come and watch? Cocks her head a little.
Sure.
Okay. And literally, whatever she had left on her plate, grabs another fork, roars it, and then says thank you to the chefs. Oh yeah, she takes like a shot of all the left plate in the pool of plate. Like she just drinks it.
Oh, my arteries.
Okay, thanks.
Speed run to lose all teeth.
As quick as she can, she swipes the last of the muffin and yeah, kind of like her little fawn feet just upstairs.
Okay. Where you
She
going?
runs past me. And I just jump over to the side. Whoa, excuse me, sorry.
Hi.
Hello.
Where were you going, Nerf?
Are you the one getting your ass kicked?
I'm following behind.
Just want to make sure.
No, I think that was a cat person. Tabaxi. And a dwarf?
Possibly. She shrugs her head, kind of looks around, and sees you guys prepping. The way Rhea looks around, it looks like... How do I describe this? You ever see like a fly or like a bug kind of like fly back and forth?
Oh,
Just
Yeah,
darting
that's how quick
everywhere.
she's like,
Got the
and she's like,
wandering
"Where-"
eye.
where are they? Where are they? Her tail's wiggling.
Okay. So you guys are all up on deck right now. Lucas chilling on a barrel. You
eating
guys
his
are
croissant.
Yep.
Well, picking at it.
Munching away.
He's not that hungry.
Yeah. Pocket croissant for later. You never know.
Heck yeah.
You can store them in your room. I mean, not for like a long time, but a little bit. Yeah. Are you guys? Okay.
Oh yeah. I take a seat towards one of the walls of the ship there and start reaching into my pocket to pull out just a little box.
Okay.
Start opening it, trying to get into it.
All right, Eldrin.
Aye. You can tell he's
How
getting
you feeling?
muscly. Brushes down his shirt.
Slow, tired,
No.
full.
How are you feeling, old man? Slow, tired, old. It's a smirk.
Lucas smirks too.
Of course I am. That's why it's the perfect time to practice combat. You can never decide. You can not always decide your battles and when to begin and when to when they begin and when they end. So it's best to practice in the worst situations. So you get used to it.
Practice after I finish my last bite of croissant. There's one left.
He'll be there when we're done.
It'll be cold.
All right. Then Garrick grasps the silver hammer that's in his right hand. It was in his left hand. Sorry, in his left hand. Raises his shield, and the shield gains a sort of silverish glow as he casts Shield of Faith. And he goes, "Hit me!"
Eldrim
Roll an
pulls
attack.
out his scimitar. He
Whatever
pulls
you-
out his scimitar and gives it a nice little flashy twirl, just to look cool. Like,
My eyes dart up
my
to the.
agility, old man. There's no way you can keep up. And then
Shiny.
a bit of hesitation. You could tell he's getting into it now. Okay. We roll an attack.
Yeah. Actually, are you guys gonna actually do this out? Like,
The
of course,
non-lethally.
non-lethal. Of course. I mean, are you guys?
Yeah,
actually gonna fight this out?
non-lethal, yeah.
Oh yeah, roll initiative. Let's go. I'm gonna bust in these cards.
All right. Let me get my initiative.
We'll just see who goes first.
1d20.
My eyes dart up and scans the Tabaxi's scimitar for a moment before.
Oh yeah, you might want to describe what that looks like. It's a little odd looking. Eldrim.
It's a curved sword.
Oh,
Curved sword.
not just that.
Okay.
What kind of scimitar is that,
It
Eldrim?
is an ironwood guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So, despite it kind of has a shine to it, with a kind of gloss worked into it, but it looks odd, lighter than steel, but comparable.
What's your
And
initiative,
very-
Eldrim?
10.
10. Okay, Garrick's up first, but if he's giving you the go-ahead.
All right.
Yeah, Garrick's ready in action. After he hits, he's gonna hit.
Yes. Okay. So, but yes, the scimitar is all wood sharp. Now. All right, with like a moment's hesitation, just from everything that just happened, Eldrim makes quick with his footwork, and he like steps up quick with one kind of a bounce, and gets ready to swing.
Swing away.
All right,
Roll them dice. Let's do it.
17
Is that with your plus?
plus. Let's get this. We hit DC plus 5.
Do you have DC plus 5?
Is it hit DC plus 5?
I have to get D&D Beyond up. Yeah.
Plus 5. What?
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
No,
Whoa.
it'd be 3 plus 2.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So 17 plus 5.
22.
Ew.
Okay, you hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll damage.
6. This is weird with actual dice.
Behold.
Though.
I got a 2.
You get okay. What's on your sheet? 2 plus what?
Oh, right. So 1d6 plus 3. 5.
Okay. 5 points of damage as Eldrim brings his ironwood scimitar up and crashes it into your shield.
Ah, good hit. Mine. And Garrick's gonna bring the warhammer in,
Oh god.
but he's bringing it on sideways, not on the full hammer, and he's like slowing the blow.
Mm.
For 22.
22.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I presume he hits.
Yeah. You hit. By twice plus. Twice.
You take 8 points of non-lethal
So just regular damage here then.
as he just brings it into your side.
You just
Okay, 8 points. Make it that here. Damage.
Your move.
Alright. He's coughing. He's a little winded. You're too serious, old man. He can
Keep your
barely-
distance.
My sword's only so long. And then makes quick movements. Has to move around to
Ooh.
behind him. And here he goes. Now trying to take out your legs. He's going, and he gets a 6 plus 5, which is 21.
Bounces off the shield.
Ugh.
Good lord, how high is that AC?
The what the fuck?
yeah,
He's a tiny tank.
my nipples are piffly hard. I've been so ready for this shit.
As I try to use the flat end of the scimitar to pull out your legs, I literally just pull myself in closer to you. and
It just
almost
meets the shield.
stumble. Yeah.
Where there was no
Force
shield
myself.
previously, there was now.
There just suddenly one slams in my face, and I'm like, my arms scrunch up as I just, my face almost hits the shield. Okay. And I'm just, am I fighting a rock? And thinking, this isn't real. Alright.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
Alright. Garrick's coming in with an 18.
Damn right that hits.
He deals 5.
And I'm out. I had 2.
As he nails you right in the center of the chest with the head of the hammer. Like the very top bit, not the actual
Yeah.
damage bit end. And knocks you flat on your ass.
Watch him fall back, just like, ooh.
Yeah, as I'm on the ground, wide-eyed, like, what just happened? Because the realization crosses over my face. Tail
You hit this time though.
I'll get you, old man. His head falls back on the boards of the deck. Like, just, wow, what just happened?
Gary's going to stow his warhammer away, strapping it back to his waist, and he's going to hold on to or raise the silver hammer again and look at you and go, "Mend!" And your bruises slowly dissipate slightly as you...
Oh, whoa, okay.
Luke is kind of watching with like a half open mouth. He's like, whoa.
Just like nodding, like,
Yeah.
You regain 5 hit points.
Alright.
At this point, you hear like some applause as some of the
Yeah.
the other
yeah, the
sailors.
crew. They're like, ah.
Gonna glance over at them a little. You know, I had fun, but a little bit salty just because they all watched me get laid down.
You see some of the
Leveled.
older, you see some of the older crew giving Garrick the thumbs up, like, "Yeah, whoop that
He
young
still
man's
got it.
ass." Yeah. Captain's kind of like he's standing up on the stern. He's like looking over. He's just like, very good, very good. Glad to know we have some capable adventurers on this ship. And he kind of like hangs out for a minute before he goes back to steering. But yeah, you guys-
In a shirt. Trying to look good again.
I give my glaive a scrape with the whetstone before using it kind of like a walking stick and jumping up to my feet to walk over to the tabaxi that's laid out on the ground.
I'm gonna get up. Start brushing off my shirt. Fighting him's like a rock. It's like trying to swing against a boulder. I don't understand it. But I'll get him.
Hey, you got your best, but I'm sorry. I have a question for you, really.
Yes.
Your weapon there. I've I don't think I've seen anything quite like it. I can't identify its material. What is that?
Really?
It's an abomination, as Garrick overhears what you're hearing.
Don't mind him. I kind of move so that I'm between you and Garrick, so you don't hear him as much. Yes. See, my people are really great at wood carving. This thing is made solid wood. It's hardwood. It's iron. Wait, let me go find this sheet real quick. Sorry, ironwood scimitar. The curved shape. It's quite a force to be reckoned with, honestly. Lots of weapons being straight, you know the strategy, but not with the curved blade. It's different. Would you like
I
to take a look?
I see. Yes, please. Can I inspect your weapon?
Sure. Hold it up. Kind of hesitant to let him handle it, but I let him if he wants.
I take it. It's
Asterisk sexual tension, asterisk.
No.
As
I
you're,
start.
as you're looking it over, you've seen scimitars before, you know.
Yeah.
You've just never seen something like iron.
It's the material.
Yeah, this shit's like blowing your fucking mind.
Just getting a grip, feeling that, noticing its weight. Just raise it to the sky to kind of see its alignment and the material. Let it glisten off. Just like, oh, this
It's very well carved.
is very interesting. And you say ironwood. Does it have properties like that, or is it just? It's all just, huh?
Yes.
He just ends up like super fixated and just inspecting it.
Yes. The wood is so dense you can carve it into a sharp blade that keeps. And
Oh.
I do have to say, I think that sharpening it's a little bit easier.
Interesting. I have a kit for, maintaining and weapon sharpening. Can I at least try to give it a sharpen?
I suppose.
He like
Eh,
hastily goes back over to his box that was by the wall. Just as digging through, like, oh, I gotta check out this. I need to check. Oh, here's whetstone.
You would have
He's
to
really fixated and curious.
you'd have to slip a little bit of extra oil as like a buffer between the blade and the stone, but you could sharpen it. Just roll a d20 and add your proficiency real quick. I just want to see how good you are at this.
Which proficiency would this be?
It would be your anything with tools is just your proficiency bonus, so it's a +2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. In the wrong spot. There we go.
12. Your this thing has a little less give than what you're used to, so you're kind of like hesitant to kind of put your weight into it. You hone the edge just a little bit more, but you're just like, I'm still a little new to this
Erring on a
material.
side of caution.
Yeah, but you get a little bit more of an edge out of it. It's looking a little sharper.
It's
I-
odd because the ring that you normally hear from sharpening a blade isn't there. It's more of a low thrum.
He like
On the
start
surface.
putting his stuff back in a box. Like this is very interesting. I'm not familiar with how this feels. It's kind of completely different. Thank you.
Yes, Druid could teach you many things about wood carving. Very good. You kind of sheathed it back.
Yeah, Eldrum, you've seen this Dragonborn before, but you've never. This is probably the first time you've ever interacted with him outside of casual nods in the hallway, or as you guys were kind of stumbling back sick just from being on the ocean. Just
We were barf buddies at one point,
yeah.
but
Oh
we
yeah.
focused on barfing.
You get used to it at some point.
Well, excuse me, but forgive me. What your name was again?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm Jinsash.
Jinchash. Huh. Is that a name? I don't recognize a name from anyone I've known. It sounds like you're from the continent east or west of where I'm from. Is that
Oh.
true?
Possibly in one of the more westward islands.
Yes, it must be. I think so. I've heard stories from the islands. They have great mountains.
Oh, the place is pretty beautiful. I've only traveled for just a bit, but from the bit I've seen, it's pretty good. You should check it out sometime. We might not have ironwood, as you like there, but trust me, I have some metal there that can blow you away.
I stick to ironwood mostly. It's
Ah.
much more pliable, I suppose. Well, I haven't seen much but the sea. Looks out over the endless expanse. It feels a little nauseous.
Turns around like,
I
yes,
left
I
my
just...
island and got on the boat to yet another island, the Adamantines, and now yet another boat journey. I'm really missing land.
And if I may ask, why do you suffer this nodding plank of wood to go somewhere else?
Kind of looks down over the back. Hesitant a little bit, like things as they should be at home. There needs to be answers, and I'm on my way to find them.
Ah, I see. Well, no need for details, I guess. Everybody has their own thing. I've kind of just been dragged along by my buddy. You know, they hear new ventures of some merchant trade going on, and, well, I've been by his side for quite a minute, so might as well.
So you're here for the coin?
Well, not so much the coin, just the adventure and the journey, just to check out new things.
He gets a little bit of a grin and he thumps on the wood real quick. Well, if your definition of adventure is hurling off the side of a ship for many months, I commend that. I can't say I want to ever be on a ship again. But
Well,
hopefully it takes a turn for the better in the future, I suppose.
That's just the downside. Nobody likes to talk about that. It's once you really get there is when things actually happen.
I suppose we'll see. I wish you good fortune then.
Same to you.
And kind of looks you over a bit. What weapon do you have here?
Oh, yes. I point out my weapon. It's just a glaive. I ended up making it myself for the journey. Come from some blacksmiths.
Made yourself?
Oh yeah.
So you have skills in this craft.
Yes, it was inherited by my father. He too was a blacksmith, and growing up with just him. Of course, I'm gonna pick up a couple of tricks here and there.
Ah, interesting. Eldrum doesn't know too much about blacksmithing, but
Well,
that's interesting.
I'm sure your wood will take you far enough. He eyes up the weapon again.
Yeah, as long as it can take me far and take that old man down. I'm good. I just need to get past him.
Yeah, shields are rough like that. That's why I have a weapon like this that can keep me some distance.
I'm just waiting for a good gust of wind to blow his beard into his eyes, then I got him. It hasn't happened. He's always facing the wind or whipping around so it doesn't impede his vision, and it makes me so mad.
He's
But I'll get
aged. He's aged. He surely knows a lot of things.
He smiles more because he's just like, he enjoys his battles. He doesn't enjoy being ripped away from every calm situation to go fight, but once he's in it, it's fun. Alright.
Okay.
With that, he gives a nod and goes back to sharpening his weapon and stuff like that.
Okay. So you go back to the other side of the ship. What about the rest of you guys who were watching on as these two eventually had their little practice match?
Oh, well.
Rhea pokes Luke. Is it Luke or is it how do you say your name?
Luca.
Luca.
Yeah.
You feel a little poke at your side.
He looks over with a little, Oh. Hello.
Rhea doesn't say, and she holds out a little muffin to you.
Oh, well, thank you. He takes it questioningly.
You didn't seem to talk much during breakfast, and it looked like you didn't have much either. And
Oh,
so
I'm
with
I'm
that,
not
she
hungry.
kind of like gives a little smile.
Oh, I'm not that
What'd
hungry.
you
I
get?
a little seasick.
Oh, I see.
He kind of chuckles and hops back out off the barrel. Anyway,
It
my
is
name's
kinda
Luca.
different. Oh,
He holds out his hand.
oh, I'm Ria. And despite you seeing her guzzle a lot of syrup, her hands are really clean. And
He takes notice and is like, Anyway,
And Ria, her like ears wiggle as she gives you like a really warm smile. Shakes
Aw.
your hand.
he smiles back. So, what brings you on the ship?
Well, on an important task right now.
Oh, I see. He kind of like puts his hands on his hips. He's long finished his croissant by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not much for conversation. I'm a bit tired and a little sore. The bed's kind of hard to sleep on. He kind of like looks around at the sea, admires the clear sky.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait.
Oh, I was
Where'd
gonna
she
say
go?
she dropped.
Oh.
Who, me?
No, Mooney.
Oh,
Sorry, my headphones were cutting in and out. I had to hang up. I wasn't ignoring you. I promise. So what were you saying? The last I heard was sore.
oh, the beds are really hard. It's hard to sleep.
Yeah, okay. And she like seems like she's like kind of like bouncing into place, shaking a little back and forth. She's not hyper. She's just kind of like swaying, like one of those people who can't really stand still.
No,
As you take, she like looks outside. She's like, "Ocean is sure is different from land."
yeah, for
Her
sure.
nose kind of wiggle.
I'm not used
Well-
to being on a ship that much.
Where are you from? Turns her head to the side.
I'm from the Inuit continent. I'm from a city, largely.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Just I want to explore the world.
There's a lot out there. And she like kind of looks out. She's kind of like tapping her fingers a little bit
Yep,
on the
that's
side of the ship.
huh.
Okay.
Anyway, my dear, I'm gonna go to my room.
Okay, you don't have to keep that if you want. I just figured you were a little either scared.
Oh, I'll just keep the muffin for
I
later.
don't- Oh, yeah, yeah.
He bids
Okay.
goodbye and like makes his way back to his room to freshen up, I guess.
Okay. So you poof downstairs and you head back to your room. Just like
Look.
collapsed on the bed. Just
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Bye.
okay. So that would just leave the 5 of you just chilling up top up on the ship, unless you guys have any other business that you would like to do before lunch.
Eldrim, just like he props a leg up on the ropes coiled around one of the masts. He's just like swinging his scimitar around a bit, kind of doing a stretch. He's ready for. He's just mad that he was on the ground earlier, so he's just limbering up, just getting ready for anything. I don't know, just idly.
After I finish like coating and sharpening the weapon, just starts going through. Looks like a shadow fighting routine with this weapon. Cat. It's like shadow boxing, but with the weapon. No, not you, Cat. I've been invaded.
Next, the cat.
all right, Ranma. All right, Ranma. Introduce your character. A Goliath Tabaxi hybrid just storms out.
It was it was a double meow.
4 intelligence, 25 strength. Matches his IRL stats.
Hey Rama, come here. You got to roll. He ran.
The boy. He knows.
Oh my god. Okay.
So you guys got...
Eldrim's eyeing down this dragonborn.
Ria's gonna be as close as she can to the front of the ship, kind of doing the Titanic thing, but
Okay.
not. She's just standing in the front, kind of smelling the air, and she's playing with her. I forgot to mention this to you guys, but she does have like a bright, glowing necklace on. Like it seems
Well-
to be bright even in daylight.
It
Ooh,
looks
fancy.
it looks normal right now. It would be normal looking.
Oh,
right
doesn't it?
now. Mhm.
Okay, it's normal, but she's still playing with it.
Okay. Where is...
I would have followed her to the bow of the ship.
Okay. So you guys go back up to the bow. Kind of just chilling. Anything else?
After inspecting his shield for any damage from the ironwood scimitar, Garrett's gonna settle down at the side of the ship and pull out his pipe, start smoking, looking over at Jinshash as he shadow fights.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
And he's, Eldrim's also kind of making a slight effort at shadow. Seems like everyone's doing it, but you can tell he's getting kind of bored. He's looking at
Your right foot's too far.
Yeah, I don't need that right now. I'm just okay. He moves his foot in anyway.
I just want to pause this for a minute. We've been role playing for an hour, and I'm so happy. I love it. Just want to. My nipples have gone past adamantine right now. Like I've just been rolling 20s with
Go
them.
cut some ice. Go cut some ice.
They're just whipping around.
Ice on him to help yourself.
That just makes them sharper.
No. Okay. Alright. Now Eldrim.
You hear Ria's kind of humming a little tune to herself as she's looking out.
Eldrim again mildly aggravated by Garrick. He feels the confidence to talk to this dragonborn again. He's like, "Hey, you want to try sparring with me here? Test your blade against the ironwood."
Mid swing, he stops. His foot like slightly slides a bit before looking at you. Oh, what was that? You wanna spar? You said?
Yeah, something fun.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. He
But I find it more valuable against an actual opponent. I get bored of shadow fighting.
takes a deep breath and then exhales a bit of very faintly steam to cool himself off after just swinging at the air for a while.
Eldrim kind of sees that a little bit. He's like, "What the?"
Compiles himself and walks towards the tabaxi, towards his front.
How much experience would you say you have, huh?
Well, not much. I've only recently gotten into traveling around outside of my father's place with my friend, so didn't get into too many fights. But hey, it's always room for practice.
Yeah, I can see you have good control over the blade a little bit.
You
You
forge enough weapons, you get used to knowing how they work in their center points. It's all about the balance and flow, at least I think so far.
Alright, Eldrim gets into his... You ready?
Picks up his glaive, grips it with both hands, and then aims it towards the tabaxi. So long as you are.
All right.
Eldrim's
You guys
his
gonna
eyes get sharper. Ready to focus. Let's go.
roll initiative?
Alright. Initiative. Let's go.
Yeah. See.
Let's go.
Since you guys are
Is
just
this-
going back and forth, just D20 plus your initiative bonus.
Was the time between that, would that have been considered a short rest?
I'd say this was we'll give you a short rest after this.
Okay.
Yeah, that way everybody can
It
kind of.
wasn't for me, more for the tabaxi and his health.
Nah,
Hold on.
strike him
I actually
down.
don't...
Teach that pleb a
Hold on.
lesson.
I actually don't know which one's a 9 and which one's a 6 on the die.
It'll have the little underline.
It has a dot,
Yeah,
And
it dot in the bottom right corner.
and that would be...
So if it's a...
There's
if it's,
2 with a dot in the bottom right corner.
yeah, but...
Oh, I see.
yeah.
Okay. Alright, let me just roll because I forgot if it was a 6 or a 9. 8.
Is that with your initiative bonus?
No, it's not. It's with, 11.
Okay. What'd you roll, Jin?
I got a 4. You go first.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. So now Eldrum, he leans into one foot like he's gonna go and charge into the right. But then instead of charging to the right, he leaps off the right foot to the left and takes a swing. Here we go.
Ooh.
I keep rolling the same thing. Okay, 9.
9. That does not hit.
Ooh.
Swings it, miss.
Is that 9 total?
Oh, you're right. You're
Oh,
right.
don't forget, Jin, if you're using your glaive, take off your
14.
shield. And that'll change your armor class.
Did I even equip it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Just make sure.
I don't even have a shield.
Oh, okay. I thought you started with one, but no. If that's the case,
Oh
then
yeah,
fine.
I declined to take it.
Okay.
Alright, excuse me for my confusion here. I keep forgetting because I have actual dice now to compare with the cheat. All right,
So it'd be a
that would
14.
Yes. Does a 14 hit?
Nope. You did a
Okay,
swing.
Yes. So I did a swing down at your feet to try to trip you, but it missed.
I stamped the glaive down onto the ground to stop the weapon. Lift it up, and then my turn. Let's see, that is a 1d10 plus 2. Oh wait, no, that was damage. What am I doing?
Roll that d20.
1d20 plus 4. There's a 23 hit.
Oh my! What is with you guys? Yes, it hits. Ooh.
So yeah, he stamps into the ground to stop the hit, lifts the glaive, spins it, and then goes for your side. And let's do that damage at least. 1d10 plus 2.
Don't roll high. Don't roll.
Oh no.
No. Stop. Okay.
Gary just laughs.
Okay, Eldrim's kind of mad now.
Just paddle wax him on the side with the glaive.
Okay.
Pilgrim's on the ground again.
Okay, fine.
You slide it.
Got
Oh,
lucky. You
I'm
saw
sorry. Are
me.
you okay?
Oh, fine. I reached my arm out. Adjusted. Lift.
Yep. Just grab and pull.
Okay, fine.
I like the speed though. That was a tactic for sure.
Right. I wasn't expecting you to just stomp on the blade. That's a good move, though. It'll work on my strength to pull that out. Anyways, good fight. There'll be more to come, though. You're not
It's
out.
an interesting strategy. I don't know. I personally think it's just the the boat, that rock, because you got some nimble on you. So maybe when we're on solid ground, it can work better for you.
Eldrin thinks about it for a sec. Yeah, I think I do better on solid ground, don't I?
Who won?
He looks over at Garrick. Maybe.
Who won?
Jin Sash.
Oh. Okay. All right, Eldrim, if you need to take
He
a...
did his entire health bar in one hit.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
Yep. I went in for the swing and he lifted his foot right before I could pull it out from under him, and he just stomped on my blade and smacked me on the side. I was out.
He just Super Saiyan slapped you. Just
He just
just this this is what it sounded like.
Oh god.
One of the crew
All right,
members is just
well,
like, oh, he needs some milk.
You didn't gotta do him like that.
Eldon's rubbing his side like, God. All right.
Okay, so
Done
take
with that for now.
take a short rest.
Yeah, he's
Use your hit
gonna
dice
go take
to
that.
recover your health. Do you know how to do that? We'll go over it right now, because for those of you who don't, pay attention. This is how you short rest.
Time to learn.
all right. So I take my d6.
Okay, so
My
click on your.
20.
Okay, so you're on your sheet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, click short rest, and then on the side it comes up with how many hit dice you have, which is 1 because of level 1, and you roll it, which is a d8 plus 2.
D8 plus 2. Okay.
Yeah,
let's
so
look
roll a
at that
d8 and add 2, and that's how much health you recover. If you get a 1, re-roll it. I'll let you re-roll a 1.
All right. Shoot. D8.
D8 is the diamond pyramid one. Not the D4, D8. It's like
There
two
you go.
pyramids.
Yeah. 4.
4 plus 2, 6. You recover 6 health.
Oh. Plus 2. Plus 2. Yes, you're right. All right.
Okay. So,
Heal. Here we go. Now I'm back to where I was after I fought Garrick.
okay. So, you guys have any other business before lunch?
A nice nap.
Oh, you're taking that right now. You're kind of like
Yeah.
you're off in the corner, kind of just nodding against the mast. You know, sailors are stepping over you. One of them kind of lays a blanket on you, just kind of like going about their business. But anybody else good? Anyone else want to practice fight against them? Whoop each other's ass?
Crazy old man and the giant lizard man. Hmm.
No, I'm
We're
good.
all okay
Yeah, I'm good.
after
Just
watching him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no.
after using my weapon like that, I just went back to sharpening.
All right. So we'll put Eldrim. Say Eldrim is he's chilling. So he's up here, and Garrick's just smoking his pipe. He's on one of the boxes, just chilling, just sitting, looking out at the sea. Eventually, as Eldrim's resting and kind of, letting those wounds, those emotional wounds, heal up, as well as the bruise on his sides. Jin and Garrick and Nerfin and Rhea, as you guys are kind of, still topside, just hanging out, enjoying the warmth, the sunny day. Over the side, you actually hear like as a pod of dolphins is kind of swimming alongside you guys. Some of the crewmates are kind of like, oh, that's a good omen, right? And everybody's like,
Gosh!
I get up
Rhea's
for a moment.
freaking out.
I get up for a moment to check out all the commotion.
So pretty.
It's like, just that's pretty cool. And he just goes back to focusing on his weapon.
Okay. So, and as that's going on, the crewman, up on the upper right, up on the starboard side of the ship, is the fishing arm. And you watch as they're kind of like using the winches and like moving it, and kind of, some of them are pulling the things and getting the net ready. And the dolphins are still hanging out. They're like looking up at you guys and kind of swimming in a small pod. Captain goes over. He goes.
Rhea waves at one of them.
It blows back at you.
She giggles as water falls in her face.
But the captain kind of leans over and he goes, "Well, we're going to be coming up on some more shallower waters. The boat will be fine, but we're going to see about getting some schools of fish. So, if anyone wants to handpick your lunch, be my guest. If not, we're pretty good at doing it ourselves as well. So we'll be sure to get enough for everybody and then throw back what we don't need. Waste not, want not." And
Ooh.
the
Yes,
net
yes.
the net starts to descend into the water, and it's roughly about noon, and they're kind of leaning over checking it, all of a sudden, the ship lurches a bit, and the pod of dolphins kind of disperses. And and they're kind of looking, and then the guys are the crew's kind of like, all right, I think we got enough. Start wheeling it up. And they're kind of using the winches and pulling the net up, and there's quite a bit of fish, but the net seems to be sagged a bit. And they're like, all right, come on, everybody. And like some of the other crew members come in, including 2 Tritons, a male, female, and some other humanoids that kind of, they're ready to start looking at fish and kind of, before quickly tossing them over. But they wheel the net in, and then they let it drop real quick, and it hits the deck with a heavy as the fish kind of fly off. And sitting in the middle of the net is a very old looking, like covered in barnacles and dry wadded wood chest.
Ooh.
Oh,
But a find they got there.
Captain?
let's check it
Captain?
out.
Yes? I think we got a haul. Shall we? Oh, yes. Open it. Be my guest. Let's see what we got. And as the other crewmates are kind of, they're curious and they're kind of like keeping their side eye, but they're like getting the fish, like checking them out, tossing the ones they don't want back, and then like handing them off to the other ones, and they're putting them in a water barrel from like a barrel with seawater off to the side, and they're kind of like, and so they're, there's just fish flying everywhere. But one of the male Triton, he looks at the female, and she goes, well, brother, go on. And he goes, all right, Iris. All right. I'm better at this stuff than you are. He kind of cracks his thumbs a bit. And he's kind of like looking at the chest, and he puts his hand on it, and he's like looking in the keyhole, and he whips out some thieves' tools in case he needs to lockpick it. And he goes, huh. Locking mechanism. All right. And he goes to take his hand off, and his hand is stuck. And at that point, the chest opens up, and you see teeth.
Oh no.
And the Triton starts to scream. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh.
I see.
Even me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. Actually, I want you to also roll a perception check for me, to see if you wake up from the screaming, as well as the heavy, like, from the chest on the thing.
So how would I do that?
D20 plus your perception, and I will check on your thing.
Perception.
Perception is plus something. I don't know what Luca's is.
3.
Plus 3. So D20 plus 3. See if you hear it.
Okay, just give me a second.
Yep. Give me a second too, because I got some stuff here.
I got 6.
Let me get my Rhea dice. Hang on.
Okay.
Ouch. Oh, that's Mori dice.
Music bot. Let's go. All right. So we're gonna get everybody's initiative real quick.
Here we go.
We're gonna get
Got a
everybody's-
22.
Okay. I'm gonna call out everybody's names real quick, and we'll go from there. Eldrum, what did you get?
16.
16. Okay. Garrick,
14.
14. Jin, 22.
22.
22. Okay, he's in this. He is in this to win this. Luca, what did you roll for your initiative?
6.
6. Wait, is that perception?
Yeah.
Well, that's your 6 perception. So you don't know what's going on. But I'll say roll a perception again after a round of combat to see if you wake up.
Okay.
Unless are you up or are you sleeping?
He's still sleeping.
Okay, he's still sleeping. Okay. Roll your initiative real quick. So D20 plus your initiative bonus. Nerfin.
I'm up.
What did you roll?
Oh, 17.
17. Okay. I'm going through the note cards and asking. Rhea, what did you roll?
Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I rolled 16.
16. Okay. And what did this thing roll? Oh, this thing rolled kind of fire. Okay. All right. Jin's up top. Rhea and Eldrim. Who has... Okay, Eldrim has the higher dex. Eldrim goes first. Luca, what did you roll for your initiative?
Initiative. I can't find it.
It's
Or I'm blind.
along the top. It'll be along the top. It's +4. It's next to your shield.
Oh.
You see it?
Okay.
So roll your d20 +4. 18. Okay, so I'll have you on your turn roll another perception check to see if you hear everything. But we'll go on. So I know you have a higher dex than this thing, so it's gonna sit right in here. Okay. All right. So as everything kind of is starting to reel really quickly with all you guys, as one of the crew members is now stuck to this awakened deep sea mimic. Let me get this. Let me get this up here. Let me wake you up from yawning. If this works. Doesn't seem to be working. Is it not working? This is not working. Ugh. So we'll do this. Why is this not working? None of this stuff's refusing to work. Okay. Well, anyway. Jin, you are up.
Yes.
Where's the mimic at? It's right there.
Let's see. Oh. So then, wait, it's I am the orange and deeper orange one?
Yeah, you're the crosshatch.
Gotcha. So, I mean, convenient. I already have my glaive in my hand since I was sharpening it, so I'm going to sprint over towards it.
Okay. So, let's see here. Where's Jin at? Okay, so it's like 10 feet away, so you can 10 feet of movement.
Perfect.
And get right up there.
Yep. 10 feet is all I need with my glaive. And with that, going to strike at it.
Okay, roll to hit.
1d20.
I would say roll
Plus
to,
4.
Roll to hit with disadvantage as if you're gonna try to avoid hitting the crew member.
Gotcha. How does a disadvantage again?
Just 2d20s, take the lower.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, his forehand. The lower one got a 5.
Okay. So you got a hang on. Okay, yeah. So you go to bring down your glaive, and the mimic's kind of moving in the way, and it drags the crew member with him, and he's just like, ah! And you kind of pull back at the right time, but you miss. So is there anything else you wish to do?
For now, that'll be it.
Okay. Luca, I want you to roll another perception check for me now, as people are starting to move around up tip top. You forgot the /R.
Oops. Plus
6?
6.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. No. You
He
hear,
sleeps like a log.
You hear nothing. Okay. So skip over your turn. It is now the mimic's turn. This thing is going to, while attached to him, it's going to make a bite at Jin. It's gonna Okay. So. Doesn't. Oh, that's not gonna hit. That's an 8.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so it goes to bite at you, and you step back. You're still fired up from the fight earlier. Otherwise, it is going to... Instead, it's going to move back a bit, and it's going to drag the Triton crew member with him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to get away from you. Otherwise, it's going to end its turn. Nurafin, as this is going on, you heard the scream, you look over, you see this fucking thing attached to this poor sailor. What are you doing?
It's moving in my direction, right?
Yeah, you're on top of the bow. You would need to look. You
Mhm.
would need to run down the stairs.
Just putting my hand out like in front of Rhea.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Question: do I get an opportunity attack because I started running?
Yes, make it with disadvantage again. If you're gonna not try and hit him, the guy.
Yeah.
Actually,
don't wanna
no.
hit him.
That'll be the mechanic of this fight. Actually, is disadvantage.
Always disadvantage.
Always
yeah.
disadvantage, as the crew member is adhered to this thing. 12. Does that hit? Okay. That hits. That still hits. Your glaive finds purchase.
It starts hopping back and just dragging and trying to at least nick him. Let's take a look at that. Plus, where is it again? +2. Yep.
Oh
over
wait,
here.
that glaive is heavy, right?
It is.
Okay, you cannot make opportunity attacks against creatures. I forgot about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
a thing. That's a thing. Heavy weapons don't get opportunity attacks because they're too heavy to wield.
Fair enough.
So. Okay. Nerfin.
Does it?
I believe so.
I thought heavy was just that small creatures can't wield them.
Or what?
I think
Or-
that's
yeah,
for
that's
the
unwieldy.
clockwork stuff for unwieldy stuff.
That's unwieldy. Yeah. No, I got it mixed up.
Heavy.
Yeah. So it takes how much damage?
Oh.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. I got the two properties mixed up.
Sorry.
/ 1d10 +2.
11 points.
11.
Oh. Wait. 11 points. Okay, so you sink a shot into it. And it kind of hisses at you as the wooden outside of it is kind of cut open and starting to bleed out on the deck. But it still takes the crew member with it. Okay. So yeah, Nerfin, you're up. Oh, and
No, I think
Rhea, this chest is alive. So it's a monster.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm still asking. I'm still asking if I can do that.
I mean,
To like
maybe when it's
unopen, like to make sure that his hand release his hand.
I would say roll a deception check if you're gonna. Well, no, it can adhere to anything, so it would still try and pin that too. No, the chest itself is alive. It's a living thing.
No, I know that. I know that. I was just seeing if I could like use it to unwedge his hand from being chomped off.
He'll have to make an escape, but he's making it with disadvantage as he's getting like dragged around.
Manhandled.
Yeah, he's getting manhandled by a chest. So, Nerfin.
no. All I'm saying is like the chest comes alive, carrying around this little first thing I'm gonna do is just draw my rapier
Okay.
and like take a defensive stance.
Okay.
And
You're up on the bow,
yeah,
so you'd have to move if you want to move.
for now I'm not gonna attack it. No.
Okay.
Just waiting to see what's happening next because I'm still suppressed.
All right. Is that end your
And
turn?
Yes.
Okay. Eldrum.
All right. So, Eldrum runs up, seeing all this happening all of a sudden, waking him from his sort of half-sleep state. He sees it and he runs up and he reaches for his scimitar, but a glint off of his wrist jewelry thing. It wraps around his wrist to his index finger, in the shape of a phoenix, and he realizes there's something better than a scimitar. He also has a brief flashback to the shield stomping down on the ground, and also the foot stomping on my scimitar, and I think it's time for something else. So he runs up to the chest and uses poison spray.
Okay.
The cantrip.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get right up in its face. Do you want to get up in
All
its
right.
face?
Uh,
Or do you want to keep your distance?
Range is 10 feet, so I get up a space away. Is each one 5?
Poison spray's range is 10 feet?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can get 10 feet away from it.
Okay. I'm going to try to inject this poison spray into its disgusting mouth.
Okay. What does it have to do?
Alright, so it's going to extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range and project a puff of nauseous gas from your palm.
Okay.
The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take a 1d12 poison damage.
Okay. This thing's constitution
Alright.
is a +2. That is 8 total. So it fails.
Alright. Eat that.
Okay. Roll your d12.
Alright. A d12.
Yes. Soccer ball.
Soccer ball. Soccer ball. Ah, soccer ball. There you go. 7.
7 points of poison damage. Okay, is this thing kind of...
Yeah, I'm feeling spells versus scimitar right now.
Okay. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, that's I think that's good.
Okay. Rhea, you're up.
Okay. Well, since my last plan sounds like it's not going to work completely. His hand is still technically attached to the changeling, isn't it?
Yes, the mimic. It's stuck on the top
Or
of the
mimic,
chest.
excuse me.
So you see this chest with a mouth and eyes growing out of it, and this crewmate's hand is stuck on top of it. It's like it's on top of its head.
Okay.
Ew.
Big you. I only have one spell to use.
I mean, you have cantrips.
Can I use... Yes, I do have cantrips. Wait, what? I'm going to use... Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, did you hear me? I was going to use Fade Blast.
Oh, yeah. You'll have to move to get within range.
So I'm not even going to go down the stairs. I'm going to just, like, yeet myself over and land close to it.
Okay. Just roll an acrobatics for me as you leap over. So you're up here, brush past Nerfin, 5, 10, you hop down, 15.
I rolled a 10, and that's 14 altogether.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You land. But yeah, go ahead and where did you want to be? Because right now, if you land over here, you're right next to it, and if you leave its range, it can make an opportunity attack against you.
No, I want to be right in front of it, so it does do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, because you're within its range, if you try and move on your next turn out of its range, it can attack you.
No, I'm going to stay put.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, you leap over. You're in front of the staircase and the door to the one set of cabins. Did you want to get closer? You're right up against it, technically. You're off to the side.
No. I'm right next to it. I'm fine where I'm at.
Okay.
No.
Okay, roll to hit.
$17.
17 hits. Roll that damage as you coalesce green and gold energy in your hand before throwing it out.
Six.
6 points of damage. Okay. Okay.
And as I do that, I don't have any other moves. It's my turn.
All right. Up next is Garrick, as you've been watching this. Garrick?
Hello. Sorry. Yes.
Oh, you're fine. You've been watching this all happen, and you see this mimic.
Oh, Garrick's scrambling. He's put his pipe away carefully. And he shoots up and moves 30 feet in front of Eldrim.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Boom, right there.
And he is going to... so he's got a shield in one arm, and he's got his symbol clasped in his other.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to... with the phrase... by his forge, impurity shall be purged. He is going to cast Sacred Flame on the mimic.
Okay, what's it gotta do?
It's got to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay, +1.
It's got to beat a 13.
That's an 11. It does not.
It takes 1d8 points of
Radiant.
radiant damage, which is not fire. It takes 2 points of radiant damage,
Okay.
and then Garrick is going to end his turn.
Okay. Who is next? Jin, you're back up, top of the round.
Okay. Each square is 5, right?
Yep. And you can move diagonally 5 too. So instead of doing an L, you can just literally like cut through.
Okay, so I'm going to move 15 spaces, so I'm 10 feet away from him.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for an attack.
10, 15. Yeah, you're within 10 feet. All right.
Perfect.
Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Plus 4.
Okay. 7. Mm-mm. You go to swing, but it kind of tugs the crewman in your way, and you kind of pull back again. This motherfucker.
Sir, you gotta move.
I'm trying. I'm
Just kidding.
stuck.
It's like he's riding a bull, just flying everywhere.
Oh yeah. Is there anything else you wish to do?
And that will be the end of my round.
Okay, Luca, roll a perception check for me, please.
23.
Natural. You wake up
Good lord.
and you hear the shit going on topside.
What the hell?
What are you gonna do?
He jumps up, of course, scared, so he grabs his sword and runs up to the upper stair, like going up by the creature.
Okay, so you're in your bedroom, so you're gonna have to make your way up. So you're in your bed. So you want to start making your way up? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you get right at the bottom of the stairs. However, look in your actions. Oh, you don't have that yet. Okay.
Not enough level.
Yeah. You can technically dash and use your action to run another 30 feet. So you can move. You want to move all the way up?
Sure.
Okay. So you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get like right at the mast as you see everybody weapons drawn. And this guy's kind of just like touching this chest and he's screaming. Yeah.
Can't attack it, right?
No, you use your action to dash. But you're
Yeah,
up here
for
now.
sure. Okay.
Is there anything?
Guess I end my turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
is now this thing's turn. Seeing Garrick and Eldrim in its way, it's going to try and... Where's the mimic at? 5, 10, 15. It's going to try and leap overboard with the crewman in tow, which is going to make this thing a disadvantage. And that's a natural 1, so it's not even going to get... It's too fat. As this chest is trying to get away. Otherwise, it is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to get up to you, Jin, and it's going to make an attack against you.
Okay.
Okay. Mimic. Mimic, plus 5 to hit. 18. Does an 18 hit you?
It hits.
Okay, that is going to be a plus. So that's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing throws itself into your body. And it's hissing.
I gotta see you remember the first hit, huh?
Okay, and it's going to end its turn. Actually, a huge. Oh, actually, it touched you. So
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too.
yeah. So it's now you're kind of stuck to it. It's kind of like at your legs and hip, as this chest slowly becomes more amorphous. But it is going to go ahead and end its turn. Nurofen, you're up.
Okay. Seeing how things are changing and people are like closing in it. Can I get my violin out without and still do stuff, or
Object interaction.
It's an object interaction.
yeah?
You
Because
have
I'm
one
still
object.
holding the rapier.
You have one free object interaction. Oh, you'd have to put.
Could I drop it, or
Yeah, dropping your sword would be a free action.
Okay, so I'll do that and just drag the bow across the strings, and you hear a horrible screeching noise.
Yep.
And the creature has to make a wisdom saving throw. DC is 14.
My brain was just like, and it let out an evil hiss. And a band of demons joined in. It sounds something like this. Doom music plays. It has to make a what?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom plus 1. That's a 12.
It fails. It's incapacitated
Oh.
until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Then it can save again.
Okay. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, that's it. I had my turn.
Okay. Eldrim, you're up.
Ooh. Okay. Now let me double check these cantrips here.
Let me zoom in. Give you guys a little bit of zoom here. A little bit of boom. Look at that. You guys are up front now.
Is the center 9 squares up the mast or something? Or is it just the grate that would be above?
That's the grate above the cargo. The mast is further. It's down like past the.
It's the solid color.
Yeah, you guys can technically run on that. It's locked in and secured.
Yep.
All right. Now let's see. A 5 cube. Oh, I don't want to cast a bonfire on that because then you'll all get burned.
Technically, it would be a straight roll because it's now incapacitated, which would give you advantage.
No. It's not paralyzed, so no. It just can't take actions or reactions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my fault.
It's still thrashing about, but it can't
Yeah, it's just.
do much else.
Okay, well. So Eldrin maneuvers around Garrick, stepping around the grate because he don't want it. And then he goes up beside this grate and hits it with another spell. He said, "Let's go." What I eat? Let me make sure I'm doing these spells correctly, by the way.
Yeah, you can walk on the grate. It's fine. It's just there for
Yeah,
looks.
he doesn't want us to walk on it. It looks like it's gonna break or something.
Oh, I got an idea.
No, it's solid.
He doesn't trust it. All right, now he's gonna do poison spray.
You have to get within range. You're on it.
Yeah, I'm walking around 1, 2, 3, and to next to it so that I'm 5 feet away from
10,
it.
15, 20, 25. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay. Let me get the. Okay, so 5, 10. Right here, just up tip top.
I'm waiting for it to catch up, but I assume yes.
You'd be adjacent to Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're still 10 feet within.
All right. Now does a 7 hit?
Wait.
Wait, did I even roll last
What are
time?
you doing?
I'm doing poison spray.
Oh, it has to make a roll. When you
Yes,
when you
so
see
it
your
needs to do
spells,
a 1d.
what's
Continue.
it's a Constitution?
12. Wait, wrong spell. Constitution saving throw. 1d12.
Okay.
Wait, yeah.
Constitution.
Or take a 1d12 poison damage.
What's the
Sorry
con save?
about that. It is
What's the number?
con 13.
Okay, so it has to roll 13. It fails.
Eat it.
Disgusting.
Okay. How much damage?
Alright, let's roll that soccer ball. Right. Now let's see. 1d12. 4.
4?
Oh wait. No, I rolled a 4, and then do I do my spell attack?
No. It
Like,
fails.
spell
It fails its saving throw, which automatically means you hit. So you just roll
You
damage.
deal 1d12 poison damage, and you rolled a 4.
attack? Yes.
It takes 4 poison damage.
Okay. Now the spell attack. New spells. It's +5. Now when do I use that? When it's an actual spell? Not
That's
an
when you're
or-
actually attacking.
Mm-hmm.
It will read spell attack.
Yeah.
So, for example, my Sacred Flame is a save DC, but my Guiding Bolt is a spell attack.
Okay, and the poison spray is a save DC that I need to roll.
Yeah,
and
so
I just roll a
because
5.
if you are forcing the enemy to do something, generally it's a DC. If you are hitting it with something, it's an attack.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Then I end my turn, I suppose.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. What was the damage on that D12, by the way?
A 4.
A 4. Okay, +4. This thing's starting to look like hell.
I
Okay.
didn't already.
Rhea, what are you doing?
What?
Oop.
Shit. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
We can't hear you anymore.
Damn it! I said Fey Blast again.
Oh, okay. Roll to hit.
What's the Warlock going to do? Eldritch Blast!
Exactly. That's a 3.
So to hit? What's your to hit? D20 plus what?
Spell
Yeah.
is +5.
Okay, so did you roll your D20?
Yes. So that.
3 plus 5.
Oh, that's 8. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry,
yeah, no, that doesn't hit. As your blast kind of goes over its head.
I duck for a moment.
Sorry. So I'm going to step back.
You're against the wall right now.
It's my turn.
You're gonna what and then end your turn?
I just said that it's my turn. I didn't say
Oh,
anything else.
okay. Garrick, you're up, buddy.
Alright, Garrick's going to move straight into combat with this thing,
Okay.
using an object interaction to pull out his Warhammer.
5, 10, 15. You get right up in its face.
Alright, he is then going to swing at it.
Swing away.
For a 22.
Roll with disadvantage because you now have 2 people attached to it. So just
Just triple disadvantage.
yeah. No, just
For a
9.
9.
Mm-mm. You go to swing and it's in his left hand, so you're about to hit the crewman, and he kind of screams, and you kind of back up again. But is there anything else you wish to do?
No, that ends my turn.
Okay, Jin, you're stuck to this thing.
So I have an idea.
Oh no.
So, the strength of a mimic is 17, right?
Yes.
Then it should only be able to carry, like, where was that? 255 pounds?
Yes.
I weigh 270. Can
Okay.
I hold it down?
You wanna grapple it? You wanna grapple it back?
I want to pin it down.
Pin this fucker. Okay. So it has to make a contesting strength check. Which that's natural 1. Fuck.
Well, that's basically
It's 1 plus 3, so 4. 14. You are grappling back.
Stay the
of
fuck
mimic.
down.
You're squeezing this thing, and you're actually like, it's comical because this what looks like a normal wooden chest is like literally like getting squished, and it's just like.
Can I still do something? I want to make a breath attack weapon. Breath weapon attack.
Is that a bonus?
Actions of combat using an action.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you attacked with a grapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. I'm holding it down.
Okay.
I got it. Stab the damn thing.
Okay. Luca, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna run toward it.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You get right between Garrick and Jin, if that's what you want to be. If that's where you
Yeah.
want to be. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was like a walled off section.
No. That's the grate on the ground that they open up to put cargo in. That's that big
okay.
hole in the middle of the ship that they kind of.
Okay, I see. All right, and I grab out my rapier
Okay.
and I'll attack it.
Okay. Roll to hit. I would say make a straight roll because now this thing's getting grappled back.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's getting held, so it can't really throw weight around. So
So I'd add strength or
no. It's so I'm looking at your thing. It
Rapier
says
sticks.
to hit. So when you look at your actions and it says attack and it says rapier, look at
Yeah.
the hit /DC. So
okay,
with a
plus 6.
So D20 plus 6. 19. Okay. So that hits. Do you you also get you gonna sneak attack this because you technically can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Let's do
so 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 4
Plus 1d6
plus
plus 4.
1d8 1d6 plus 4. 9 points
9.
of damage. Okay. Hang on a second. Let me do some quick math here. Where is this? Ooh, this thing looks so hurt right now. All right. Is there anything else?
harder.
Is there any? You're actually squeezing. As you're squeezing this, Jin, blood is starting to seep out of it and kind of like get on your arms and legs, and it's starting to. Luca, is there anything else you wish to do?
Can I back off a little bit
Let's see.
or no?
Let me
Can't
see.
take reactions. So
Yeah. So let me see here. Hang on 1 second. So you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can back off 5 feet.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then that ends your turn?
Yep.
Okay. It's this thing's turn. What does it need to do?
it can't take any action, so I assume it can't do anything.
Nope. So
So first of it takes some damage.
okay, how much damage?
5 points of psychic damage.
Describe how this thing dies.
Well, it's getting stabbed real hard, and while Ajin's holding it down, it just suddenly goes limp.
Okay. So, Jin, you're kind of like struggling to hold this thing, and then you're not expecting it to just go limp as you just kind of like, and it kind of just turns into putty in your arms. The crewman kind of backs off. It's kind of, he's like looking at his hand. It's a little red. It's not bad. It's not like he got hurt or anything. He was just getting dragged around by this thing. But
Shoulder dislocated.
yeah, he's more shaken than he is stirred. Let's just say that. But otherwise, you guys fall out of combat, and you guys now have the body of this dead deep sea mimic that has been roaming these waters.
Just get out like,
Is everyone alright?
Ew, throw it in the water.
ugh.
No, wait,
Yeah.
don't throw it in the water.
I'm
They
good.
still have
These
treasure.
things are the bloody bane of young dwarfs. Payment for greed.
I mean, it's not a real chest, right? It doesn't have anything in it.
You can make a nature check.
Ria's gonna
Make
take
it-
out her dagger and just kind of poke at it.
Okay.
I mean, my hand is like already inside of it. All
Okay.
this gunk.
Okay.
It's like, ugh. I start feeling
Oh,
around.
don't put it in.
You're gonna feel around inside this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a investigation check as you're kind of just feeling.
He loses his hand.
It just
Oh.
Just like, you lied, it wasn't that. Investigation check.
Before you roll, Garrick's going to lay his hand on you briefly and say,
Blessed be my child.
he's going to cast Guidance, which gives you an additional 1d4 on your roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's 4
And he
plus-
will assist you, so you get to roll with advantage. But you only get to roll 1d4 for
Yeah. So 2d20
one of them.
plus 1d4 plus your investigation, as you're kind of like, you guys are kind of like looking in this thing and feeling it and like play-dohing it, just like 25. Oh,
Which is 24.
24.
Well, yeah, 24.
24. Okay, so that's a 19 and a 1. Damn. Okay. Yeah, so you're feeling around this thing, and you're just like, this is some really heavy putty, and then you're kind of like getting into its more innards, and you feel solid objects in it. So you kind of open up its mouth, like reach more into the
Get on in there.
getting up in its mouth, and you reach into and you start pulling out items. You pull out a partially digested oyster, some sort
Yum.
of looks like a glass ring, kind of has like blue and red swirls through it. You pull out 2 like crystalline bottles, like they look like vials, but they're more rough cut, more stylized. They're like purple and pink in hue. There's nothing in them. You find 2 brass looking, like, despite these being in this thing's stomach, they're very clean looking brass grails. And you end up pulling out, you at this point you're just pulling out small gems, which amount to about 120 gold total.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Oh, yeah, that's it. So the partially digested oyster, the ring, the 2 bottles, the 2 grails, and 120 gold's worth of gems.
Yep, just reaching in, pulling stuff out, going back in. Just keep going and going until I can't find anything anymore.
Okay.
Okay, I think this thing's, I think it's empty now. Got a couple of things inside of it, if you want to check it out. I don't really know what any of this is, so...
Eldrim's just looking at it in disgust.
And it's a pretty big oyster that it's.
I want Rhea. I want Rhea to take the oyster and try to crack it open with her dagger.
Okay, just make a strength check as you're kind of slipping your dagger in it. Just
Where's Rhea's dice? Ah,
Could I just,
I'm worried.
take like 20 gold worth of the gems and just like still covered in the gunk and just like toss it to the dude that was dragged by it?
yeah, he kind of grabs him. He looks at him. He's just like, "You've saved my life. I keep it." And he kind of he's still like rubbing his hand. His the other kind of
Sore
comes
hand.
over. She's like looking him over, and then she like hits him in the shoulder, like, "You fucking baby. I can't believe I call you my brother."
Okay, so that is 6.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
You're kind of like wedging. You get the dagger in, but like it's a pretty big oyster, but you're kind of like you can't get the leverage for it.
Nerfin,
Yeah.
could you want to give it a try? Just kind of holds out the slimy, half-digested oyster. I can't get it open.
Okay. Picking up my rapier. Well, it's a little bit unhandy for us, so I'm putting it away, pulling out a small knife, and trying to pry it open, I guess.
Yeah, make a strength check. What are the rest of you guys doing? as you kind of come down off this battle high.
Do any of the gems look at all like a pearl worth at least 100 GP?
No, they're just assorted like. No, they're just assorted gems.
He only takes his payments in high. Hey, what color is the glass ring with swirls?
It's blue and red.
Blue and red. Okay.
Ooh.
12?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's- yeah.
So you kind of... Rhea kind of worked it a bit, but then you come over and you're just like, hang on a second. So you put the knife down, you have her hold it, and you kick it in, and then the knife just sinks in, and then you guys kind of like, you got it between your legs, and you're kind of retching this thing open until it finally... And inside is a pearl with 100 gold.
Oh my!
Sleight of hand 100. But it makes sense that a mimic would be eating stuff off the ground, off the seabed. So.
Oh yeah. Gary looks at the
I'm
pearl.
handing it to Rhea.
What
Gary
about
looks
you?
at the pearl and looks between Rhea and Nerf, and although only knowing one of their names, and says, "Do you mind if I borrow that for a second?"
Borrow it?
This is not steel trap added to the inventory.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is dad domain now.
Okay, sure. And Rhea takes the. Were you? Wait. No, I didn't have it. It was a.
I gave it to you.
Oh,
Wait, what is Rhea again?
Fawn.
fun.
A fawn. Okay.
She hands it over to. She hands
Much
it to you.
appreciated. Now, I
Nerf
wouldn't
looks a
put
little
on
bit
that.
bewildered.
I wouldn't put on that ring just yet. Something, curses of an ancient age found within a mimic.
I like flinch and drop it. I go.
If you give me roughly about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not exactly going to run away as he gestures to the water around the ship. Gary's going to sit down as he gathers the two... Is it 2 flasks?
Yep, 2 brass flasks. Oh,
No,
wait,
is
no.
it 2?
It's 2 like
2 brass
like-
chalices.
yeah the chalices.
2 flasks, was it?
They're like bottles.
2 crystal-like bottles.
Bottles. And the ring. He puts them all in a pile, and then he closes his eyes, and then for like a solid 10 minutes, you just hear him slightly muttering to himself, a slight glow around the silver hammer that's in his hand,
Okay.
as he casts Identify.
Okay. So what are you gonna start with first?
I'm gonna start with the ring.
The ring. Okay, so you're kind of feeling over this. It's as a craftsman, you know of good work. This is very good glass work.
He's no longer a jewelsmith, by the way.
Okay. Well, I mean, still as a you still
Yeah,
As a dwarf.
yeah. Well, I'm just gonna say as a varied craftsman, you know,
Okay.
it's one of those
Okay.
like, yeah. This is known as a ring of hydrothermy. It allows the use of fire magics underwater, but any damage is halved, rounding down. No splash damage if applicable.
Splash damage underwater. Okay. It hasn't. Well, at least to me, it doesn't seem cursed.
No.
Seems it's a ring of some enchanting, but none of it which I can see is malicious. And then he recounts it enables the use of fire magic underwater,
Well,
though
that,
at a slight penalty.
I'm no magic user. No interest of mine. I start
If
taking
anybody-
off my.
nobody-
Yeah. Does anybody?
Nobody else talks. Gary's just going to start moving to the next items.
Would say that again? Sorry, I was on mute.
Enabled the use of this ring enables the use of fire magics underwater at half damage and no splash damage.
I might want some of that. 1 second. Let's see. Spells. Yeah, I might loan. I'd like to keep it. There you go.
I think Gary just tosses the ring at you.
Catch it. Okay.
And then he's going to start with the Brass Chalice.
Okay.
Oh.
They're about the same. So you're kind of like, feeling over them. You're getting the kind of taste of magic it is. These are
Intoning the ancestors of the craftsman.
exactly and this one this one kind of puts a smile on your face. These are Grails of the Savior. That when filled with water of varying degrees of clarity and quality, when spoken, the word to it will turn it into an equal quality wine.
I can imagine the smile.
Gary's face breaks out in a grin as he lifts up the chalices and he goes, "Free booze!"
I like to imagine the crew just all cheering.
Yeah. By the way, the magic phrase for these is "fuck me up, fam." So
He had
and
to
then
put it
Garrick
in.
will then move to the vials.
All right. Remind me
flask,
the
sorry.
name of that,
Okay.
of that fire ring, so I can add it.
Ring of Hydrotherm.
I will have to add it.
It's a special ring.
Yeah, I'll have to add it. But
Well,
I'll give it to you at the end, and then I'll put it in the system, and then we can get it all checked out. These two. So the last things are the bottles. These are known as merman's bottles.
Barnacle boy.
Oh my god.
Evil.
Banned.
Got it set to M for mini when it needs to
Bring
be
it
set
on!
to W
A-
for Wombo.
A small purple to. What did I say? Pink to a small pink.
Pink and purple.
Yeah, a small pink and purple teardrop-shaped bottle that can contain any liquid except salt water. It lets you drink health potions underwater, essentially. It lets you drink any sort of thing underwater without getting mixed in.
Neat. While he's
So Garrick
while he's
relays this
inspecting-
information.
While he's
they're-
inspecting all this, I take off my shirt and start cleaning off my weapon from the mimic gunk.
Rhea raises her hand.
She wants
She
the.
just
the
raises her
bottle.
hand. Yes. She nods her head vigorously.
Let's see if she want it.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't quite toss the bottles, but hands them over.
Hey, so
Thank
there
you.
were a bunch of gems here. Since you all helped, we can all split this up. I just split it up into
Okay.
6 portions of 20 gold pieces worth of gems, so we can all get some.
Ah, sweet. Okay.
Do we want to mark that down as gems, or should we just skip the
The
formalities and mark that down as gold?
I'd say keep it
Yeah.
as gems for now.
Okay. Do you want this back? As he holds up the pearl.
Yes, please.
I mean,
Six gems.
I could make use of it in the future, but if you truly wanted,
I will.
okay. And he hands it over.
Okay.
Puts it in a little pouch next to her pocket.
Okay. The crewman, after you guys get everything sorted, he kind of comes up and he, "Oh, thank you. That's my first time at seeing something like that. My name is Thomas. Tomas. Pleasure to meet you." As he holds out his blue hand. It's got cerulean hair, short, and he's dressed more for function, but he still looks like a sailor. He's
So who's he doing this to?
Garrick, and then Jin. He's gonna, thank you both. Thank
I
you.
extend my hand, but then I quickly bring it back to start brushing it off.
My friend here did most of the work. But no worries. Just try to curb your greed in the future.
Arjun looks between
Yeah,
the two
we're gonna be.
boys.
I think we're gonna be carrying a stick, at least the foreseeable future. Oh boy.
And meanwhile, while everyone's talking and whatnot, Luke is like at one of the barrels with salt water, cleaning off his rapier.
Okay.
Just dunking it in. Doing his thing.
Eldrin's yet again a little bit more salty that he was recognized for his spell work there. Just to make him mad.
I just look over to him. Hey, good job.
Thank you.
No problem. He kind of like waves and like shrugs it off and walks over to like the side of the boat.
He glances over to see like you dipping the blade into the salt water, clean it off. I'm like, whoa, no! Oh God, it's gonna rust. Just, wait, I'll take care of your weapon, please.
Sure.
Just
He like walks over and hands it to you.
Garrick just sort of smugly smiles at hearing you saying that you'll take care of the weapon.
Oh.
Oh, he's fine. It'll just let things happen. It's just.
okay. This one isn't wood. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Well, do you want to call a break there then?
Yeah, I think that's a good time.
Alright.
All right. Well, he's be right back. 10-minute break. People to get up, pee,
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
grab food.
Yes.
Is that a short rest I hear?
All right.
Alright.
And break.
Let's go.
Hey, be sure to add the 20 GP of gemstone to your inventory.
How many gems was it?
It was
20
just
gold
20
pieces of
gold
it.
pieces worth. You could just add like azurite or something.
Okay. So, 20.
Yeah. Add 2 azurite.
Yep.
Azurite. Okay. Meet back up at 22 past whatever your hours are.
And break.
Break.
What's going on?
We're taking a break.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I will throw up the intermission. By the way, All right. So. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me, oh god. Let me pop you over. Let's check this out. So, after you guys kind of, and I'll do this while you guys are doing other things. So yeah, after that mimic fight, everybody's kind of calming down. They get the fish ready for lunch. It's up to you guys what you want to do. Let's see. Garrick. Manage levels. I mean, if you guys want to continue on with this voyage, I mean, it's technically 3 months. So, we can fast forward. Yeah. Eldrum, by the way, don't forget you can, and I want to make this a point with you because this is something that you, as what you are, is what you're gonna have to understand. You can every time you take a long rest, basically every in-game day, you get to change your spell slot, your prepared spells. So you just literally, what? No, but you can when it says prepare your spell, just keep clicking them until you can't click anymore. It should have like a number at the top, how many you can prepare each day, but you can prepare, because I was looking at your sheet whenever you were doing your thing and you just had like one spell. So I mean, you get more. You get like a few more. Okay. Garrett, what is, it'll let it, hang on one second. D8. What did you roll for your HP, by the way, Garrick? 2. Okay, yeah, so 5 is average. Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, okay, so that's the half leveling. Okay, yeah, and then you get the +1 from Dwarven Toughness. Okay, yeah, you seem to be good. Flavored Mountain Dwarf. Super spice. Oh no. He's gonna change his Discord. I fucking hate you. I swear to God. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. That was good. Oh. I'm for it. Take psychic damage. Oh my god. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, Christ. Oh, fuck me. Deal with it. Did I? Oh, shit.
Chip through the hot beats.
There we go. There we go. I forgot the desktop audio. Oh, fucking hell. So. Oh, I'm so mad that wasn't recorded. Fuck. Oh, well.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys fought off the mimic. They served lunch. You guys have like 3 months on this voyage. Do you want to skip ahead?
I mean, unless anything noteworthy is going on, nope. Just gonna go.
We don't
back
get
into the
attacked
rest
by a kraken calling us to be
no
awakened.
sirens.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't have to strap Eldrum to a mast because he saw.
Yeah, you want some titty?
Gimme titty.
Kitty want titty?
one thing that would happen that's notable is You'd hear music pretty much every evening,
Oh.
like for
Yes.
half an hour.
Ooh,
Like-
soothing.
Is it soothing or is it causing me psychic damage?
Every song is vicious mockery.
No, it's
Stuck on a boat and they
uh,
smell like shite. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Yeah.
mostly good.
This creator need a litter.
Oh,
So
I'll start making it routine to maintain my weapon every time he goes out singing. Just have some ambiance.
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 Gary's just going to continue. All right, I've
You fixed it.
technically no longer Nan as a Nan, but that's because I've overrode my maximum HP.
It's weird. we'll fix it at the end of this.
But it's
stream.
fun. It doesn't make it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah. So.
It works. I just need to remember it next time that we actually level up.
So we'll skip ahead a little bit. Let's see. So that was 1 week out. So you guys departed about April 17th, 1637. That fight was roughly a weekend, so April 14th. We'll say May 1st, you know. It's starting to get a little bit warmer out, you know. The sun's reflecting more off the sun. It's actually like feeling tropical.
Double sun.
Oh,
The sun's reflecting from the sun.
yes. Sun's reflecting off the water. Jin, you're just having this. You're just out every day sunbathing. You're just like, don't
So-
bother me.
So vast. So soothing.
You guys, you know, if you guys let the grails pass around, you know, at some point one of the crewmen kind of is drinking from it and is, you know, I mean they're keeping them close, but the one guy ends up like, you know, doing a chug of it, slapping it down, and he goes back to work, but he's had a little bit too much and he falls overboard. They eventually fish him out and he's fine.
And attached to another mimic.
Oh, John, not again.
Eventually, though, the female Triton, from up in the mast, or up on the crow's nest, she's kind of waving down at the captain, and she's like, you know, Captain, and he goes, yes. She, I think there's a distressed ship out here. Should we go forward? I don't really see. Their masts are kind of gone, and I don't really. Yes, of course. Just pull up alongside. And while this is going on, what are you guys doing?
I'm a bit snapped out of the daze, overhearing something about a distress signal. So I just start looking around, trying to see what they're talking about.
Okay, so you're up on deck. What about the rest of you guys? Where are you guys at? This is
I'm also on deck.
Yeah, me too.
okay. So you guys are just already up and at 'em.
Yeah, I'm like kind of near like the back of the ship, just kind of like hanging out, sunbathing.
is
Okay.
this
Garrick
the
was in-
morning again, or
What's that?
what's the time again? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
It is so you guys departed on April 7th. That mimic fight was April 14th, and it is now May 1st. So you're a little bit further into your voyage.
What time of
but what
day?
time of day?
Oh, time of day?
Time of day.
Roughly like 3-4 o'clock. So
okay.
the sun's past its prime. It's starting to go down a little bit.
Garrick's
Yeah,
just in
I
his
feel that.
usual spot, smoking his pipe.
Okay, so Garrick's kind of chilling. So you're down here. What about the rest? So Luca and Jin.
He's running low on pipe weed.
His mad stash. You guys are out here.
Yeah, I think you have a problem. It's only a problem when I run out.
What about Nerfin, Rhea, Eldrum? What are you guys doing? It's midday, like 3-4
I was
PM.
also on deck.
You're on
Yeah,
deck?
me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rhea, where are you? Where are you and Nerfin at? Like, just chilling somewhere?
Probably
Yes.
at the bow, unless we're somewhere else.
Okay. Eldrin,
Nope,
what about
I
you?
want to be at the bow too.
I'm also chilling on deck.
Okay. Any specific place?
Sitting at the base of the stairs at the front of the ship.
I hope you know that every single day, Garrick will have taken you out for fighting at the worst at the worst times possible.
Come on,
I'm
dude.
Sometimes at midnight.
I'm at the stairs, not looking very, I'm looking busy, even though I'm not really doing too much.
I'm just imagining the most.
Gonna be-
Hoping that when
inconvenient
Garrett
times.
glances over, I'm busy.
Go to the bathroom, fighting time. He just emerges from like the toilet hole before he can go.
Come on, man.
In the toilet hole.
Be prepared at all times. What did I tell you?
Wait. Did you wash your hands? Can't be having none of that La Llorona virus, let me tell you.
Oh my god.
No, you are not. Oh my god.
So yeah, so there's a ship out in the distance. I would say whoever's looking off the bow, roll a perception check as you're kind of.
I probably would have been up there just looking forward, so yeah.
All right, Jin. So you're gonna kind of meander your way up to the bow too, and kind of look over with everybody.
Perception.
Perception. Roll perception for me. Let me get Rhea up here too. She's kind of hanging out with you guys. She's hanging out with the boys.
+1. Oh, the
And that was a
glint
perception.
from the sky is
Oh,
too
yes.
bright. I can't see.
Perception. Eight.
I got a
That is an
5.
18.
18.
Ooh.
Ooh. So, Nerfin, you're kind of like, where? Jin's kind of just like, oh, hang on a minute. I gotta refocus. I was like, just,
I was zoned out there.
yeah, you were just tanning all day. Your eyes, you're seeing like the swirls. But Rhea, you've been like, you're just so attentive. Like as soon as the female Triton kind of points it out, and you just follow her finger, and you see it on the horizon. Like it's far away. It's gonna take you guys probably a little bit to get there, but looks like it's a big ship. It's a very big ship. It looks much, at least from here, it looks much bigger than the ship you're on.
Oh.
But other than that, you can't see much else without.
I see it.
Without a spyglass, you just see like this big dot in front of us.
Oh, you can
Rhea
see it?
kinda
I sure
points.
can't.
She points out as she's kind of like half her body's hanging out the ocean. She's like, it's right over there.
I like lean
Can you see
closer,
it?
just trying to like follow where she's pointing. Like, I guess I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
It looked kind of big. She tilts her head to the side slowly.
Well,
Think.
like,
Yeah, this ship is thick.
it's a big girl.
Mm-hmm. Big
Dare I
bitch.
say, tummy thick. She tilts her head to the other side.
So just later, like, dummy. Why is it stupid?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
But yeah. So, Captain goes. All right. See if you can establish any sort of flag communication with them, and if not, we'll approach with caution. These waters are a little bit tricky, as. I mean,
Semaphore, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
he looks down to his. What was that guy? He was his second mate, Thomas. Looks down at Thomas, and Thomas is kind of like. By the way, ever since that fight, if any of you guys have caught Thomas like in the halls or like around the ship near the storage, anytime he sees a chest, he's been jumpy. Yeah, so he's been a little.
And he was the one that was stuck, right?
Yeah, he was
second
the one
mate?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
He was stuck with you guys, or he was stuck with you specifically. Well, before you got stuck with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so You see the female Triton. She's up tip top. She's kind of like she got the flags out. She's doing like the. She's like signaling. And then she's eventually like, nothing back. But
Can I fairy blast to get their attention?
Fey blast? Yeah. If you want to shoot one off into
Okay.
the sky.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I go to the very, is it the stern? Is that the back of the boat?
That's the bow.
Okay, I go to the bow.
You're at the bow. You're between the boys.
Okay. Alright, I tell the guys, stay back. This might be a little risky, but we could do it. If done properly, we can get their attention.
Uh-oh.
And Rhea kind of like throws her cape back so it's off her shoulders.
Oh boy, active
And
mindedness.
she rubs her hands together. And I want to Fey Blast into the sky.
Okay. You're not. The sky literally has no has no armor class. So you just.
The sky dodges.
Christ.
You hit the sky, it dies.
The sky, the ultimate mimic.
So yeah, you pew. And the female Triton, she's kind of like, you see her as she quickly puts the flags down. She gets out her spyglass and she's like leaning over, like you're kind of just like whoa, but she's kind of like she's used to this, so she's like looking. She goes, nothing. I don't see.
You want me to try again?
Oh,
At this point, up to you.
Kind of. She's still in her position with her arms out, like she's doing like the Saiyan energy ball kind of position.
she's preparing the spirit bomb.
Yes.
Put your
I'll do
wands.
it again.
Put your wands in the air.
People of the Argo, lend me your energy.
They're just like, what? What is she saying?
Okay.
I
I
think
wanna
that might
try
be
again.
a dead or scuttled ship.
And roll a perception check again.
If it was scuttled, wouldn't it be under the...
I mean,
Perception?
Yeah.
we ran into... Oh, go. Wait, who's doing perception? Just her?
Whoever's at the front, as you guys are getting
Okay.
closer.
Right.
Yeah, a little time has passed as you guys are kind of like
It's 1.
one. Okay, Rhea,
I rolled a 1.
you're too busy literally firing off Fey blasts in the air. You're just pumping
Just too
your
excited.
arms. Nerfin and Jin, you finally see this thing, and you're just like, damn. This, I would say, make it if you want to make an intelligence check, because you guys aren't seafaring. Well, you're not, Jin. Nerfin, you're from where you're from. You would probably know what these are. So maybe
Okay.
just if you guys want to find out what it is, just make an intelligence check.
I'm
So-
just gonna make a call that he has no idea.
Okay.
A boat is a boat.
Yeah, it's a big ass boat.
Hey,
4.
no.
As it comes into view, just like, damn, boy.
Yeah.
Damn, boy, she thick.
Nerfin, you're just like, damn. Okay, this is a big ship. You're just too focused on the fact that this is a huge ship, and we are getting closer to it.
Big ass boy.
What are the rest of you guys gonna do? Or what are the rest of you guys doing?
Rhea is not taking this seriously anymore, and so every fairy blast, she's like creating little like flowers in the sky or
It's
drawing little
fireworks.
birds in the sky. Yeah, it's fireworks show for her now.
Okay.
Gary's
Is
just
this
sort of
working?
clapping slowly with each one. Still smoking in between.
And Luca's like that Squidward meme where he's like sunbathing. And, like he raises his sunglasses.
Someone needs to doodle that.
I'm gonna.
Rhea's just like,
I just step aside and start like treating my weapon with some oil.
okay, all right. I'll say another hour. Well, not an hour, but like another 30 to 45 minutes pass. So it's pushing around 6 p.m. Kind of.
Do
like that
am I
vibes.
still doing this?
Do you
Is
want
this
to?
still helping?
Do you want to?
She's so far
He
into
just
the
won't
sky,
stop.
No one stop her. No
Oh,
one
Jim-
stopped her, so she's still doing it.
The female Triton.
I feel
just
like I have to like. I feel like after like 10 minutes, I just like pick her up and just like bring her to the back of the ship.
Ah. Hey,
Thanks for the show,
Why?
but I don't think they're getting the message.
oh, okay. But what? Wait, wow, you're tall.
Yeah, no, the
Why?
breeze is different up here.
It's Rhea looks like the lawn cat meme. Arms out. So she sits down, and as she's put gently back onto ground, she's like really tired.
So Jin just like underarm carries you, just like walks you off the bow. Anybody else?
I mean, I'm sure anybody under the deck would have heard all this constant popping.
I mean, everybody's on top. Everybody's up top. I just don't know what
Okay.
you guys are doing. Yeah, unless you guys are just, I continue what I do. I'm just sitting here, just waiting for us to
Yeah.
close.
Garrick's just waiting for a reason to actually get up and do things.
Okay.
Eldrim is
Gotta
really-
rest those old bones, you know?
Eldrim's just kind of watching Garrick, watching the little bit of flame come out of his pipe, and just wondering what would happen if you were to cast Create Bonfire on that little flame. But he won't do it. It's fucked up. But the thought is there. He's just
My beard, my glorious beard.
Piss him off so much. You really want to piss off someone with over 20 AC?
He respects the man too much to just burn his whole freaking face. Well, not his beard, mostly.
Man thrown overboard in
Right.
record time.
It's possible. Anyways, but
I
Eldrim
just-
just goes back to watching back over the sea.
I just keep watching, like towards the front.
Oh, you're going back up to the bow?
Yeah, I stayed up there. Oh yeah, after I plopped her down, I just walked back up to the front.
Okay. So you kind of, you and Nerfin are up there. If you guys want to roll another perception check, or you just want to chill.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, I got nothing better to do.
yeah, I keep glancing back over it every once in a while.
Motherfuckers, I'm trying to burn up your natural 20s. 9, 11. No, I mean, at this point, you're aware it's
911.
there. You're
Nothing
just,
new.
yeah. I mean, it's getting closer, and you're kind of like, from where you are on the bow. So this ship, the bow and the stern on your ship, has a second floor. Let me get this back up.
Well, yeah.
Copy link.
It has that like raised bow.
Yeah, so like you step up onto it, and like underneath is like crew quarters and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The upper portion of the bow and stern of this ship as it's coming into view is like up where the crow's nest would be on this ship. This is huge.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
You see anything?
It is really big.
Garrick gets up and moves to the front of the ship and gives himself a squiz.
Okay. So you kind of.
He's also going to intone briefly under his breath as he guides himself.
Abuse it. Do it.
For a 26 with a natural 20.
my god.
So you squint. Let me tell you something. These young fuckers can't see dick. They wouldn't be able to see dick if it slapped them in the face.
It's not old eyes, it's refined.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're fine.
Did you hear my ringtone?
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, that. Oh god. But anyway, these young fuckers can't see dick, even if it slapped them in the face. You're squinting, you're able to read what's on the side of the ship. As you guys, you're close enough to it now, but you're kind of like leaning and you're squinting. The side of the ship is painted with the crow's call. And on the side, you can see hatches where cannons would be able to come out, as well as a few cannons up on deck. The Triton up top, she eventually relays this to the captain, and he's just like, "Wait, what?" And he's looking now, and he's just like, "Hold on a minute. Adventurers, I would advise you to be on guard. I believe this to be a pirate ship."
Oh. Oh.
And he starts yelling.
Oh.
He starts yelling up at her. He's just like, "Why did you what?" And she's like, "What? There was no flag." And he's like, "What?" And so she throws him down the thing, and he catches it, and he's looking, and he's just like, they have no, like the
It's
top.
the crow's call.
The top from the mast, like the mid part of the mast up, is burned, and the sails are just tatters in the wind. There is no flag on top. But he's just like, the captain is just like, "What the fuck is going on?" All right. Right. Approach slowly. Do you see anybody up there? And she kind of like shimmies down. She retakes the thing, and she goes back up, and she's looking. No, Captain, it looks deserted. They seem to be dead in the water. All right. So he goes. He's kind of looking. He's scratching his chin. He's kind of thinking. Pull up alongside them. So they adjust the sails, and they finally get alongside. And you can find now the rest of you guys are finally seeing this huge galleon of a ship pull alongside. And you're just seeing just the sheer size of this thing compared to your little speedy little like passenger cargo freighter like runner. This thing is huge. Just from standing on deck or even up on the bow or the stern of the Argo, you cannot see up onto it. But the Triton up top, she's just like, "Captain, I think they are literally dead in the water." And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "I'm looking." She's looking through the glass, and she's like, "I see blood on their deck." And he's just like, "Maybe they were raided and the ship was left. Should we check and see if there's provisions? Maybe they left anything." Adventurers, I would be willing to pay you if we can potentially plunder this ship and take back what these thieves may have taken. Although, to be fair, seeing their ship, I know of these pirates, but to be fair, seeing them this far out in the Cordelian expanse is a little odd.
Perhaps they've been drifting.
We can surely take a look. Either items or personnel. Not like they're going to be needing it anymore, so... Yeah, sure. I'll take a look.
Well, as far as
You
I
believe
know,
it to be dangerous?
make a history check, Nerfin, because these guys are from your neck of the woods. Make a history check.
History.
Yeah. 18. So you know you're from a port town. You know that the crew of the Crow's Call, they are they're smugglers, but they also they plunder ships for things more like spices, stuff that they can kind of control the market on and kind of rack up their own price, and they do make a pretty good penny. And it's a little bit less inconspicuous than gold. However, their reputation has followed them quite a bit. And you've heard of them because they are local to like your area between your town and the sea between. So I mean, they're pretty infamous, but you've never thought you would see something like, or you never thought you would see a pirate ship this close before. So. All right. I'd say proceed with caution, but can we get the gangplank up? And a few of the Thomas is down there, and he and a few of the other crewmen kind of, salute, and they go and get this big plank of wood off the side of the ship, and then they eventually. Hang on a second. Let me zoom out here. Let me get this fog of war. Let me just.
Little did you know it was there the whole time.
No. See, look, there's just ocean.
Oh,
Yeah, right? Some nice digital camo ocean. Right? Cool, huh? It's very cool. And then, bam!
Hold
Dude, the
on,
magic
it
of
takes a few
editing.
seconds.
oh,
Dang, that bad.
oh, that's a big girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me zoom out a little bit more. All right, so eventually these guys get this huge gangplank. And, like two of them are holding the side, and Tomas is kind of lifting from the back, and he's like walking it and like pushing it up until eventually just. And it lands. Boop! Right there.
Come on, come on. Ah, there we go.
Yep. Boom. But yeah, so,
Alright.
Oh, make sure you guys.
Okay.
Make sure you guys long rested, by the way, because this is like
Yeah.
after. Yeah. So everybody's good. Everybody's got their spells and stuff. But yeah. All right.
Well, let's head on out.
Right, Eldrin leaps up. He's ready to go.
All right. Who wants to cross first?
I will.
Okay.
Oh God.
No.
Can I follow her?
Careful.
Yeah. Luca and
You
Since
got
I'm
it.
right there.
Luca and Rhea. So you guys.
Rhea gives Nerfin a thumbs up before she depart.
Okay. The gangplank is actually big. It's wide enough, and it's got the notched step footholds that you can kind of get in and you're climbing up. You can even grab the sides and just go up on all fours. Just make a dex check for me, both of you, as you climb the gangplank.
You grab the first plank and slip into the ocean.
The water's solid. Take bludgeon.
Do an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
Natural 20 just starts cartwheeling across.
20.
Oh, bro.
Well,
I got 20.
Well, that's 20.
18.
20. Okay, so 18 and 20 total. That's not a
Wait,
natural
wait,
20.
wait. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay,
So it's
so-
22 because my acrobatics is a 4.
Okay, so a 22 and a 20 total. So that's not a natural 20. That's just a 20 total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you guys, you're good.
I can dream.
Rhea's kind
The
of
natural-
Does cartwheel over.
A natural 20 is when your dice rolls the 20.
Yeah.
And then the
Okay.
modifiers are on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys are fine. You guys just, the click clack of Rhea's hooves, and Luke is just this is your home. You're
High heels, just
oh yeah, you're running in high heels.
Strutting.
Everybody's just
Work that runway, girl.
the female.
just strutting.
The female Triton's up in the crow's nest watching you run in heels, and she's just like, "You go,
Show him, sister.
show them how it's done." But you guys eventually make your way up there. Do you want to? Okay, so who wants to go next while I tell these two what they see?
I'm in no rush, but I'm probably walking after him.
Garrett's going to make his way to the gangplank now.
All right, Garrick and Jin are heavy boys. Roll them acrobatics, roll them acrobatics for us.
Eldrin was about to go, and then he realized the sheer weight and just
You just see these big,
let them
a
go.
big boy and then an armored boy walking through.
Yep. Rhea and Luca, you guys get up on there. This ship.
You said acrobatics, right?
Yes, acrobatics. So far, the cannons and everything seems a lot untouched. However, you do see stains in the wood of the ship.
Rhea whispers to Luca, It's like a ghost ship.
I mean, it probably is. Can I like inspect the
Probably.
blood stain? Sorry.
What are you inspecting it for?
How old is the blood?
Make a medicine check.
So
I want to see how Garrett fares.
Can you
Come
make
Oh,
a history
hang on.
check?
on. Oh, make a medicine. Wait, what are you trying to make, Ria?
History. I want to see how old the ship is.
You
Oh, the
wouldn't.
ship it.
Well,
I
I'll
wouldn't
say, no, not where you're from. This stuff is the big vast ocean is very new to you. Unless you
Spend 3 months
make
going through them.
a history check for me, because you might have read about them. And what were you saying, Garrick?
Oh no, Garrett gets an 18.
Oh yeah, Garrick.
So he just marches across.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Garrick.
same. Got a 19.
Grumbling
Oh,
under
that's
his
a
beard.
natural 20.
Natural 20. So,
Yes.
in your studies, in your tutoring, in your tutelage, I should say, you know, I heard that bitch. You did come across readings of ships and the ocean, and aside from the fiction that you've also had on the side, but you've read about ships and like just voyages, in part due to navigation. You've read of galleons. They're an oldish kind of ship, but they're still made. A ship like this, considering how big it is, it's probably like 10 years old, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got some wear and tear, but it's well kept after. It's got some like newer filigree on the sides and stuff like that, like the embellishments. It's all somewhat current. It's just it's last season's galleon, let me tell you. But yeah,
Okay.
so it's not too old. And
So
Garrick and Jin, you make your way up, and you're starting to see this deserted deck of a ship. And what were you saying, Ria? I'm sorry.
Nothing. I was just kind of stealth around the ship.
Sneaking about. Don't want to alert the ghosts.
Okay.
Don't be suspicious.
Where do you
Don't
want
be
to
suspicious.
sneak? And Nerfin and Eldrim, what are you guys up to?
I'm going probably last.
Eldrin is just going to casually walk across. He's used to walking across tree branches when he needs.
Roll
The
that.
stream's
surrounded by
kind
wood.
of glitching. Give me a sec.
Roll that.
Straight into the water.
Roll that acrobatics check for me, Eldrim.
Please, let the rolls be on my side. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. D20 plus your acrobatics.
Let this be that one time.
15.
15. Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You
That is
kind
how
of
I cross that thing.
you test the gangplank a bit, and you kind of like kick it just to slide it so it doesn't like move as much, but you eventually just you walk up.
Yeah, and I do it with like a little bit of a confident swagger, knowing that that Garrick was able to stomp his way across this. I'm like, all right, it's dirty. It's all good.
Okay. All right. So who's doing what? So far, 5 of you are on the ship. Nerfin's not.
Yep. I'm following ahead.
Okay. Roll your acrobatics. Rest of you on the ship, what are you doing?
I was gonna check the blood stains.
Okay. Roll your medicine. Nerfin, you're fine. You actually do a little bit better than Eldrim, so you all 6 of you are now up here.
So is it
Can I
1d20 plus
Medicine.
1?
Yeah. Is that
So
your
plus
medicine?
1?
Is that your medicine?
Yeah.
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 I'm stealthy,
4?
and I rolled
I got
an
4.
18, and I'm going.
Gary's going to look to see if there's any character people saying, "Help me!"
Garrick, roll perception.
No. Gary will actually look for evidence of what happened to the crew.
Okay. Roll an investigation check. Ria,
Can
where
I
are you?
persuade you to do a perception? No, that's all right. I'll do an investigation.
Ria, what did you say you're doing? Ria.
Yeah. Yes, sorry.
Ooh, at 19.
I think I hear coyotes outside. Sorry, I was just like, is somebody here? I rolled an
Roll
18.
initiative in real life.
22 with the guidance.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
So
So
that's 22.
22.
And I'm stealthing around the boat, and I'm still getting like a loading signal on mine, but you see where all the barrels are?
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of stealth around there.
Okay. So, Rhea stealths around.
Oh, no.
No, go ahead, because I'll do this all at once, so we get everybody's rolls out of the way, and then I'll just go in order.
I'm going to start walking towards the, was that the crew's quarters to the north?
Yes. The stern or the bow? The bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're
Mhm.
so the bows are like tip to tip, and the sterns are butt to butt. So they're
Gotcha, yeah.
Same
I
order.
mean, if it's facing that way, yeah, then.
Okay. So you're gonna go north. Okay. So. Okay. Anybody else? What before I?
I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at the wood, just thinking about where this must have been made.
Okay.
After a long
Where-
calculation,
where was
this
it
is
made?
indeed wood.
Thinking real hard.
No, I was thinking like, how is this different from the ones on my home island? Like, where did this ship come from?
It's mahogany.
Mahogany.
Okay. So everybody's kind of just hanging out. Garrick. So you're kind of looking around. You're looking at the blood. You're looking at the mast and how like the upper part of it's scorched, and it goes down pretty deep, it goes down pretty far on the mast itself. You see like the stains of dried blood. The grate where the cargo hold is accessed is actually broken through. This is looking a lot like foul play. Whatever was on here seemed to... The amount of blood is quite a lot. So most, if not all of the crew might be gone. There was a fire on here, obviously, tore up their sails. The fact that, you heard them talking about this ship being more towards the, like, northeast from here, probably happened a little bit ago. But it seems that this ship has come afoul and is now, you're now standing on it. It seemed like whatever had happened here, it was, some of the walls are, busted. Like someone put like a fist through a wall and stuff like that. Like there's just, bits of damage here and there.
Doesn't look like anyone's here. But I'd be careful. There's obvious damage. They might have left someone behind. Or something.
Just give a nod.
I don't really like this. What
I
if it's
got a
trap?
bad feeling about this, guys.
Well, we're getting paid for it, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Garrick rolls his shoulders and sets about to going below decks. Or going to the captain's quarters, sorry.
Okay. So,
I'm going to head to the captain's quarters.
all right.
Anybody else?
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
I want to check
I'm following,
downstairs.
yeah.
Okay. So, hang on. So let me. All right. Garrick is going to the captain's quarters. Luca, you're heading downstairs. There's two staircases. There's one in front of you, where you guys, like near to where you guys came in, and then there's one up by Jin. Who else was doing what?
Following Garrick.
You're following Garrick. Okay. So,
I'll go down the one closest to me.
okay. So Garrick is going this way.
Okay, gang, split up and search for clues.
Nerf, and you're following behind.
Rhea's gonna also search on top of the deck.
Luca, you're going right down here. Okay. Rhea, you're just looking around, and Jin, what do you... Jin? Eldrum?
Am I able to go into the quarters up there?
Okay, so... by By the way, the lines with the curves, like those are staircases. So that's
Stairs? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a staircase right in front of you, and then there's a door. If you can't see it, let me zoom in. So you're like right here. In fact, let me. Oh, I can't do that and do this. Well, I can actually because I just go to my phone. Hang on.
Ooh, that's saucy.
Yeah, hang on. We're gonna
They
do.
had a big spaghetti dinner.
You wanna see something cool?
Oh.
Go to
Yeah, why not?
Go to D&D campaign. Click on the pinned messages, and scroll to the D&D campaign voice video. Watch this. Turn on screen share.
Wait, DD campaign.
Yep. Share. Okay. So now this is a little bit more up to date. It's a little bit quicker. And then I have to go to here. Click on Discord. And then I can just pop open. I can pop open D&D Dice Rolling, so I can have this on my phone. Okay, so this is a little bit more up to date, quicker version. That what you see up there is a door. Can you see, Jin?
Wait. You did something with D&D campaign.
Go D&D campaign, the text channel,
Yeah.
Pinned messages,
and then
Pinned
second
messages.
and then the second one.
says D&D.
You'll need to keep clicking on it every time that you go off of the D&D
Oh.
campaign thing.
Oh, okay. I see.
This is a little bit quicker.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm still streaming because health bars. But,
Stream.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a door up here. And you want to go into that?
Yep.
Okay.
Though I'm going to pull up my longsword instead, since it's probably going to be closer quarters.
Okay. All right. So let's back up a bit. All right, Garrick, you go down. There's two doors. Being this is a bigger ship, so both of them kind of lead towards the more finer quarters. You know, where captain and first mate and such are. What are you doing with these doors?
He's going to put his ear to one of them.
Okay.
And listen for anything inside.
Roll a perception for me.
Before he takes a listen, he's going to intone to himself words of bracing. Don't fuck this up. You're old enough to know better. For a 10.
For a 10. Okay. It's quiet.
Too quiet.
Alright, and he'll just open the door.
Okay. So you put your hand on it.
The weapon's ready, though.
You go to open it. It is locked.
Locked.
Hold on, let me... give me a second. I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Garrett gives you a sideways glance, like, one of those, eh?
Sort of.
Well, I won't begrudge people for their pastimes. He steps out of the way.
I just shout from the distance, if it works, it works!
Although, before you start, he will lay a hand on your shoulder and go, the inner mechanisms of that metal as blessed by the Forge Father himself. Giving you guidance.
Take it.
I like to imagine the guidance is just you
take
putting your hand on your shoulder, whispering in your ear, don't fuck it up.
God.
Okay.
So what do I roll?
D20 plus
Just-
your proficiency.
Okay.
You're doing lockpicking?
Yeah.
Okay.
19.
19. Make a constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh boy, I'm good at that.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okay, so as you're kind of trying to pick this lock, Garrick, you see it before he does, and it's kind of a little too late as arcane energy coalesces into the lock and fires, and it sends him back about 10 feet, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you land, like just on the
I
ship.
flinch and turn around like, whoa!
Garrett runs to your
I
side
didn't
like, you alright?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. It didn't open, I assume.
No,
It just slowly opens up.
it's warded. You experience this
Well, that's
firsthand.
unexpected.
There's no
I
intelligence
think
check
we
for this.
might need to try and find a key.
What happened over there? And just like, no, he's like too worried.
Trap.
Yeah.
He's too worried to
They
open the door
warded
now.
it off.
As
for some
Garrett
reason.
pulls you to your feet. A little bit awkward considering his height, but he gets you up.
Thank you.
Wait, do I see that?
Yeah, you're right there by the barrels.
Oh shit.
You see him go.
Got him right in the gut.
Eldrum, you're there too. You see it. Luca, you hear it.
Rhea's gonna
because
check
you're-
a nerve and. Okay.
Okay.
Can I go back upstairs and see what's up?
Yeah.
Just the head just pokes up like, huh?
Yep. Hey.
Like, what's going on?
Nobody died, right? Dibs on their stuff.
Guys, what I miss?
Nobody died.
Dibs on his stuff. I call dibs.
So you're like right there. As it sent you back 10 feet.
I'm sorry, the map on my side won't load. I'm just giving it a moment. I'm
Are you on
confused
Discord?
where I'm at.
Are you on Discord on your laptop, by the way?
No.
Can you open it on your laptop? Oh wait, no, shoot.
You have to
need
join
to-
the voice chat.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit. We need to get you a headset, girl. God damn.
Yeah.
But one step at a time.
Anyways, I'm with these guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see. I'm the only one up here, huh?
Yeah. What are you doing, Jin? The blood trail kind of goes towards that door and then goes down the stairs that's on your left.
I second guess trying to open up the door, but then I notice all the dried blood at my feet going down to the stairwell. It's like, well, I'm not gonna try the door, but there's a trail leading down here, so if anybody wanted to come with and check this out, then
You see Eldrin peek out over around.
I think we need to find a key, Garrick announces loudly.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Look out for a key.
They didn't take one. But I don't think it would be a little bit weird to ward off literally all of your doors, right?
I'm not taking that.
I mean, the captain's quarters
She
makes
didn't see it
sense.
tossed. True.
Uh,
But then y'all,
Have you
maybe
checked
you
the
can catch
door?
up.
Like,
I don't know. This got my curiosity now. I'm gonna start going down the stairs.
Eldrin sees you about to start, and he rushes up over there too, because you're just going alone.
You're just
Garrick's going to follow. Well, as quickly as he can from across the other side of the ship.
Just stumpy running.
okay.
Those dwarves are very lethal across short distances. Natural sprinters.
All right. So Jin, you're going down the staircase. Boop,
Mhm.
right there. So you're like right here. It is dark. You can't see dick.
Don't I have dark vision?
I don't believe you do. I think two of you don't.
I can see.
Yeah. So okay, Eldrum, are you going up to where he went down? There's two staircases leading down.
Yeah.
You're going up to where he went up, down?
Yeah.
Okay, so you eventually get behind him.
Oh wow, they don't have dark vision.
You see him, he's just standing there like looking off into space.
Can you see anything?
I can't see a single thing.
I wave my hand in front of your face, just past it.
Just unmoving. Are you doing
Oh.
something? I feel a breeze.
You're not lying. All right. He got a step in front of you. Maybe I'll lead the way here. He immediately regrets it, but he's gonna stay in front now.
Would Garrick know about powder?
Yeah. I mean, black powder is used
Okay.
for cannons
Yeah,
and explosives.
as Garrick follows them down, it's like, I'd be careful with any torches around here.
Yeah.
You might light the powder.
Well,
Ooh.
the two cases on either side, those are cannonballs. Powder would be kept below.
Well, we're going down below, aren't we?
Oh, yes, you are. So, Garrick, you're going behind these two gentlemen up here, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to follow them down. So you're like right up here. What are the rest of you guys doing?
following them, I guess.
Okay, so you're going up the same route?
Yeah.
Following.
Well, Garrick is going to light up a torch.
Okay.
I mean, he can see fine, but he's going to light up a torch. Sometimes you just need color.
Luca, what are you doing?
I'll follow
Do you
too.
want
Follow.
color?
Okay, so you'll go up
All
here.
the
You
group.
want me to light it with Fey Blast?
Oh god.
Dark vision's in black and white.
Okay, so
Wait, I,
Light it. Rhea kind of like puts
Fire
her
in
hands
the
out
hole.
excitedly.
okay.
We have a fairy pyromaniac.
All right, let me
God.
let me zoom here. Let me just whoop. There we go. So,
Been done.
Jin, are you staying in front, or are you letting them? Like, are you?
Oh no, he's taking point.
Okay, so who's going up front?
I'm in front now. I'm gonna try to see if I can light anything in here so we can see.
Okay, so you.
Oh, Garrick's holding a torch.
Ah,
Ah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, Eldrum, you can. So basically, everybody except I believe Luca and Jin can see in darkness. You all have dark vision, except for
But it's only in black and white.
yeah,
Same for me, black and white.
yeah. Everybody.
Let me make sure.
Color?
I mean, if I'm the one I can't see,
I can't see.
I can. Yeah, I can take the torch and we can just stick together.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so Eldrum goes in. Who's following point?
I'm going in sneakily.
Okay, roll that stealth check.
I'm not. Yeah.
Just rolls down the stairs.
If we're
I went
stealthing
in-
in,
I-
Garrick's
because
gonna
I-
hold back a bit.
Yeah, I'd best stay back too, with my clinky chainmail.
Oh fuck.
Garrick and Jin.
Rhea goes ahead.
You get a high five.
Ah, a man of culture, I see.
we both clank loudly.
Schlink. Okay. Well, rolled for self, but I got a 1 plus
Oh,
5, so 6.
6.
Like I said, rolled down the stairs.
You think you're stealthy?
I just tripped.
Just fumbles over everything.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
you're pretty sure you're stealthy.
I
Are
didn't
you-
quite mean literally when they said we're going to roll the old chariot down.
Are you sure you can see?
Yes, I can see. I'm just there's stuff all over the floor.
He has the eyes and agility of a cat. You can tell from the combat. Still spitting rhymes, yeah.
Immediately.
God damn it! I wasn't prepared for that. All right.
Eldrum, before you, as you're kind of like walking down, and you're sneaking in. The first thing you see is along the ground is a chain that kind of goes. It comes from the left and goes to the right, and it goes out of a small hole, which is where you would think the anchors were.
That's to the right.
That's in front of you.
What?
Like as soon as you walk down the steps, that chain is right in front of you on the floor.
Is it supposed to be there? I mean, I don't know.
So the ship isn't anchored.
Nope.
Oh.
She's a dead drifter.
Oh god. Yeah. So I relayed that to you guys.
Okay.
Slack chain, and it's definitely not in the water.
So as you're stealthing in, you're going to relay loudly.
I relayed it.
Over here. Hey guys!
Hey, you guys!
Right. Oh, no, we pulled up alongside, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all
Hey, what?
squatted up. Okay,
Alright,
well,
so...
let's start spreading out and checking out what's down here.
Okay.
Right.
So
Who's the one I can't see with me?
Me.
Okay.
So Luca and Jin are kind of hanging out.
Okay.
Gonna
I can.
Torch lasts for 1 hour and provides light in 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20.
that's fair. Gonna,
If you attack someone with it, it deals 1 fire damage.
perfect.
Just a little.
Gonna give him the old nipple singe. Okay, gonna start walking up north.
Okay. So
Mm,
Jin.
as am I.
Okay. So Eldrum, Jin, and Luca. So you guys kind of. So you're going up north towards the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
These two can't
Oh.
see.
That's a good sign.
They are suddenly no longer going up north towards the
Nope, too late. Jin, as you turn the corner, and Luca, you're seeing this, and Eldrum, like you're finally like, oh hey, there's a chain. Oh look, I'm looking to the right now. You see what looks like covered boxes in spider webs. And attached to the lower part of the one mast is 2 large sacks, and one off to the left.
Oh God.
Do I see this before they do?
I mean, were you looking around? I mean, you looked at
Yeah.
the chain. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably
I
would have
wanted to
seen that.
look up. I was looking at the chain. I looked up north, and then they started walking.
Yeah, so you're standing there frozen, just staring at these as they're kind of like, what is he looking at? And then like, oh,
You hear Eldrum just
bloody beasts.
like walk up behind you. Guys, there's spiders. There's something up there.
There's a bunch of white stuff here.
What?
Spiders?
Louis gets like a shiver.
Yes?
Or silkworms or moths or something that's just terrible.
Beasts of the dark, but at
We
sea.
need to burn it.
I mean,
What?
maybe if this
Why
whole
burn
ship
them?
goes up with
Spiders
it.
are so small. Yeah.
They must have had an infestation below decks.
Yeah, so it seems. How big are these sacks compared to us?
I mean, compared to you, smaller. Compared to Eldrum, same size.
That's
Gotcha.
disgusting. I don't want anything to do with that. Oh, it's gonna be gooey net.
I'm gonna lean
Again,
in.
Gary's going to also motion to the torch and be careful with that fire.
Yeah,
See,
like
just
I hold it away from like it as I lean in to try to get a good look. Like, these spider webs are indeed spider webs, I think.
Alright, Gary's going to search for activity.
Okay, so you're moving down. Okay, which way? So you're coming out. There to the right. Where are you looking?
In the direction that the blood is.
Okay, so let me move this.
So I believe I have 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh, so 1, 2, 3.
Hang on, 1 second. I'll
4,
just double check.
5, 6.
Dark vision is 60 feet.
Okay, so you're kind of scanning. So, well, that's right up there.
Can I do a nature check on these to see if I know what they are?
I mean, yeah, you can,
Something?
yeah, try.
I'm from the jungle. They got some thick ass bugs in there.
Okay.
14 plus 17.
17. You are familiar with this species. These are. Oh God, I forgot. I got the name for it. But they're a species of giant spider. Usually, especially from where you're from, you do know that these spiders kind of lay their eggs like where certain spices are collected, and sometimes their eggs get mixed in, and they have to be kind of like sorted through and like pulled out, kind of like how you'll find spider eggs in bananas and shit like that,
But smaller versions, right?
but bigger versions.
But these are bigger.
Yeah, these are
the
big.
small ones. Oh God.
Yeah.
Grandma. She crazy. She
Um,
used to just find them in the spices, then take them out and cook them with more spices, and then eat them. It was horrifying.
Oh,
Hey, man.
Hey, it's just extra protein.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's exactly what she said in about a 2-minute rambling. But yeah.
Garrick, you find the blood trail leads to where the hatch for the lower storage leads to. The blood kind of gets dragged across and into like a broken section, a circular broken section.
Looks like they've all been taken down.
Yeah,
They're
we gotta
probably
keep-
all food at this point.
Oh. I mean, if we're gonna investigate, we're looking for any goods and stuff. Where would they probably hold storage in a place like this?
Well, it'd be the bottom of the ship.
Well, I guess that's where we're going.
Okay.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for the key. For God's sake, keep the fire away from the powder.
Fine.
Sorry, for Muradin's sake.
Well then, let's get to looking for more of those stairs.
Okay.
Great. Let's just, I guess I'll follow the blood.
Who's going where?
Where's that blood going?
The blood
It's
goes
going
into
into
the
the-
hole.
The bottom of the ship, or what we presume is the bottom of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
There's a giant hole in that grate.
Yep. Went from the top all the way down.
That is nasty. Alright. That's... You ever just get that feeling when you're standing over, like, the grid of a manhole or something? You're like, I could fall.
Just like this could just give.
This could just give and I would be in there. That would suck.
Yeah, Garrick's just going to just start sweeping the area from side to side,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
clearing the rooms. Check her
Uh,
corners, check her corners.
Yep.
I'm going
looking-
to.
Garrick is going here.
I'm gonna start going to the right from there.
Okay. So Garrick and Jin are kind of doing a sweep. What about the rest of the ends?
I'm going down to... Well, I'm going down to the south and kind of giving a look around the grid.
Okay.
And I'm following because I can't see.
Okay. You can see where the grid is because the light's coming through the top.
Okay.
But that's like the only source of sunlight aside from like where the sun's coming down through the staircase. Other than that, like it is like half the shutters are closed. It is dark in here. A ship this big would definitely have like lanterns and stuff kind of like lighting up on posts. So Luca's with Jin. Garrick's kind of just doing a sweep, kind of stepping around everything. As you're getting closer, you can see now that the cannons that are down below deck are also just covered in webs. Both gunpowder and cannonballs, you know, everything's just like, it's got a nice like coating, and just seeing the bumps, it kind of looks like snow until you get close, and then you want to, you know.
Small forms of spiders can be seen wriggling beneath.
Mm-hmm.
The colony.
So, making your way further.
We find the nest.
Get roughly, you know, there's a lot. You find the other set of stairs that kind of lead upwards. What about the rest of you guys?
Can I check out these cocoons or what they are?
The top ones?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to help.
I wanna like see if
It's-
I can cut into them.
Yeah.
It's like playing with cotton candy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Angry, squirming cotton candy.
Mm-hmm.
Angry. Oh.
It's a lot crunchier as well.
Yeah.
Crunchy boy.
That thing crispy.
A nasty feeling when you expect the cotton candy to dissolve, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. It persists.
It dissolves in fire.
What am I looking at?
Just don't set fire to anything. Okay, we'll tan your hide.
D&D dice rolling. Okay.
I need
So
to
let me move
prepare another
Nerfin and Rhea. Kind of get him up here. Luca's still hanging with Jin. Eldrum, you're kind of... Are you following Garrick, you said?
I'm going down to the south and looking around this grid thing.
Yeah, so you're kind of stepping around it.
Mhm.
You can see, like... Roll a perception check if you're going to look through it.
Okay.
Okay.
5 and 5. 10.
10? I mean, you can partially see the deck below. You see kind of like iron being reflected back at you as you kind of like looking down through the hole, trying to look down and like sideways, diagonally look down. And you see like iron fence.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
On a ship?
Yep.
The brig.
Okay. Nerfin, what are you
No,
doing?
Doesn't know anything about ships. Well, this big of a ship.
Jaeger, I can barely hear you.
Oh,
Oh, let me turn him down a bit.
Because he's talking into his beard. I mean,
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay.
Nerfin, what were you doing?
Well, checking this out. I want to see if I can like cut into them.
Yeah. Go ahead. Try make an attack roll. Just don't roll a 1.
Be my dagger, which is +4.
14. Yeah, you sink your dagger into it and you start peeling it. It's a little tough, but you're just like, and it's just opening up like, and out pops the grisly visage of a mostly decomposed corpse. Yeah, and as soon as you cut into it, by the way, the stink just fills the room.
Oh God.
Found part of the crew.
It's like opening up a porta potty on a hot day.
Oh, why'd you open that? What did you expect?
Eldrin.
Well, that was pretty much exactly what I expect, but you gotta find a key, right?
Yeah, you raise a fair point.
Thanks.
I just start cutting all of them open if I can. Just getting the
He's making
bits
the
out.
sacrifice.
Yeah, roll more attack rolls, just as you're kind of cutting into these things.
There's 3, correct?
You cut one open, so there's 2 left.
Yeah.
I'm not gunking my blade out with that. I'm gonna step away from that smell
Yep.
and
Me
start
too.
going south.
Okay, you cut into the
Yeah,
one,
Ria's backing away. holding
and
his-
you release more
Yep.
stink as another crew member's body kind of just falls out.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're giving birth.
The other one, actually, well, I would say you dig into it. This one's a little bit tougher. You might have to try it again.
I will do that if I have the time for it.
Garrick, you are working your way down. You come across the mechanism for the anchors, as well as another cocoon off to your left.
Garrick is going to open the cocoon.
Okay, so 16 for Nerfin. You stab it again, and you find a more tender spot, and it just falls onto the ground. You found a third crew member.
80 grade sound effects, might I say.
Thank you.
Really helps with the immersion.
Good. I've been
And
practicing.
of course, I walk south to
You
escape the
happen to have a
smell.
grapefruit near you.
Those
Ugh.
are like darts away.
Like I walked south to escape that smell, only to be greeted by a new source of it as he opens up a new one.
So you guys kind of, you guys are
Ew.
going along the cannons. Well, actually, you guys would be going this way, keeping the,
Yeah.
the flame away from the cannons. Yeah. Garrick. Well, you don't have a bladed weapon, do you, Garrick?
1 second.
He's bludgeoning the sack. Open!
He's he's just hitting it and popping it like a zit.
Oh! I like to imagine
I have a
corpse is
cutlery knife.
You can do it.
Knife?
cutting into it like a steak.
I'll allow it. Roll it like a dagger.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
By the way, after this has happened, I'm gonna wave my hand around, and a very strong scent of fish is filling, like not rotten fish, but like cooked fish
Fishy.
is
Oh.
trying to overpower the stench.
I turned back to him. Hey, does anybody look like the captain over there?
Am I proficient with a butter knife?
I'll say as a dad, yes. Dad domain gets it.
18.
Okay.
I'm going at it thread by thread.
Yeah, it's a serrated knife, so you kind of got the.
It's a steak knife. Oh no, I'm not using my steak knife. I'm gonna have to clean it for.
Too late.
But you start sawing into this thing, and another. You get halfway down, you kind of open it, and you're greeted with like another mostly decomposed face. It's just, and the stink starts kind of emanating out.
Evening. Don't mind me. as Garrett grabs it by the neck and lifts it.
Ugh.
Okay, so
Oh.
it just
Ugh. It's like eating snails.
He just drags it out of the cocoon,
mhm.
lays it on the ground, and starts going through its what the remnants of its clothing.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Where's my thingy? Does an 18 hit you, by the way? Garrett.
It does.
Okay. You.
Oh no, hang on. No, it doesn't.
You're about to cut
I
into.
forgot that I don't get the I haven't got the +1 from the Blessing of the Forge on the character sheet because it won't let me.
Really?
Yeah, I'd have to manually enter my shield as a +1 shield.
Huh.
I mean, is it like an enchantment from? Wait, is this level 1 or level 2?
It's a temporary enchantment, Blessing of the Forge.
I mean, I would say because of the things for it, I would say just put a +1 shield in and then just like label it.
Well, it's because it can change every long rest.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then, what's your AC?
19.
19. Okay. So
That's why it goes to 21 with
yeah,
Blessing of the Shield of Faith. Sorry.
yeah, because of the
And
+2.
that's why you cast it when I was attacking you, huh?
So
Hmm?
You cast that when I was attacking you just to make sure you.
Oh hell yeah! I said hit me. I'm not going to make it easy.
First mistake was letting him cast.
give Commune a dwarf who becomes a badass. So as you're about to investigate this body, you feel something behind you, and your ears pick up a soft scuttling, and something kind of hits off your armor, and you turn to see along the. Where is it? Let me get this out of here. You turn to see a spider, a large spider, amongst the webs of the cannons. Looking at you.
Gary just yells, "Spiders! At arms!"
I thought we already knew there were spiders here.
Well, now they're really here.
And,
Now they're angry.
and that is where we're going to end tonight, because it is like 11:53. So when we come back, you guys are going to be rolling initiative, and we're going to be kicking us off. But
To be continued.
to be continued.
And that's a wrap.
Get it? 'Cause spiders.
Rhea proceeds to die from a spider bite because she's allergic to spiders, and you
Oh.
did know that. No,